All right, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Shady. Gonna be doing some streaming tonight. NBA 2K26. Hope to get a few games in. I think last stream we were able to get 2 games in. I was just looking at the schedule, seeing what's going on. What's up to everybody in the chat? Foreign Capone. Thanks for becoming a channel member. I appreciate you, man. Taylor, what's up? And my man Power UG. It's good to see you, bro. Give me just a moment. Shoot a quick tweet out and let everybody know we're live, and we will be good to go. But you know, going live, I titled this stream a certain way, and you know, I'm just kind of actually hold on a second. All right, there we go. My bad. You know, I titled this stream a certain way. You know, I just said that the way that we play some of these games are going to change. Gotta change. It's just me being honest. Saying this on the eve of some very large news. Some people are saying, and I can't confirm it. I don't got no sources at EA that can confirm it, but we've gotten some news that there's a pretty high possibility that College Football 27 is going to be on the PC, and that is an extremely big deal. That is an extremely big deal. If that is the case. Now, I do say that tongue in cheek because I do have people at EA that I could reach out to, but I've told you guys I'm not ashamed to say that. I'm a little nervous to do that. Like I don't do that like as a content creator. Like I do work with 2K and we have, I do work with EA and we have a really nice working relationship, but I don't like ever kind of cross wires like, hey, can you guys give me some information about this and it's secret. Like I just keep my work separate. I keep my channel separate, just like I keep my YouTube channel separate from my real job, right? It's just very what's the word, compartmentalized maybe is what I'm going for. DIH display, sorry. You said, does that mean the new Discord will be made or the cord will be conjoined Madden and college football? So I've spoken on this a little bit, and I'm actually pretty hesitant to open the Discord back up for a couple reasons. I just got to figure out what I want to do with the space. I really do have to figure that out. Never ever opening the Discord back again under its current name, so that's dead. Like I'm never going to have a Discord focused on 2K modding again. That's just you guys, you know, you guys have seen that. I don't cover it on the channel. I'm just not interested in that type of content. But I'm also hesitant to open it up in a different way or under a different name, because what's the point of opening it under Madden related stuff? There's a huge Madden Discord with 70K people. What's the point? I don't know. I don't want to take away from them. And I'm not saying I could take away from that. You know, you guys know I'm not trying to say anything like that, but it's just like, if I need to go in Discord and talk Madden, I go in Discord and talk Madden. So I've said this, I don't know what I want to do with that space. I also am a little hesitant to just open it up, because whenever you open it up, it's the same way with like my comment section. People will just say like, hey, Shady, my Madden mods don't work. I don't want 100 messages saying, Shady, my Madden mods don't work. I don't know how to deal with that. So, you know, we got to figure that out. I'm thinking about it. I'm open to ideas. But what I think and what I'm proposing is, I'm probably going to open the space back in a limited capacity where it can just be a chill space for my channel members to come in. And we can have those conversations, just for me to be able to chat easier and keep communication open with the people who are financially supporting the channel. That's what I'm leaning towards doing, but I just don't want to kind of set a standard that I can't hold up, because I can't, you know, just going forward these days, I can't really monitor that type of space like I used to, like when I was in high school and didn't have a job, right? So it just kind of is what it is. Rakesha Rowland said, I have an error in NBA 2K24. I don't play NBA 2K24. I'm not going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. I can't help you with that. So I don't even want to get into that. I don't play NBA 2K24. So I don't know why that's not working. That's not something that I can help you with. But we're gonna get into some NBA 2K26 gameplay today. I did make some tweaks to our sliders that we're just going to test. I don't know if I like them, don't know if I'm going to keep them, but just trying to get the CPU going downhill, just trying to keep just trying to keep the CPU playing smart and aggressive. But obviously the changes we made last time made them too smart, too aggressive. We don't want them scoring 150 points on us, but they might still score a lot on us. So we'll see how that kind of plays out. I'm also going to test some new defensive settings today. I've been working with some drop coverage. I've been just, because you guys know I watch a lot of hoops. And I'm sorry, you guys agree or disagree, let me know. But I be watching these teams, bro. Everybody's playing drop. And so I'm playing like, when I play basketball, we played aggressive switches and hedges, and today these guys are dropping everything. So I don't know, the league has changed a lot, and it is what it is. We like some of it, we don't like some of it, so we're gonna see how it plays and what we like and what we don't like. And if we don't like something, we can always roll it back, but if we do like it and we can make it look a lot more like the league, why the heck not? Why wouldn't we do it? So well, Power UG, I'm assuming they're playing NBA 2K24 on PC, so that's the last, like, quote unquote old gen game. So I get it. I get it. If you don't want to play the new games, I get it. I can't even 100% say they're they're 100% that much better. So I'm not sure. I mean, when you look at 2K25 and 2K26, the things that we've had to do to get these games to be playable, I can see why people might have stayed where they're at, if that makes sense. Are you a bot? What are you talking about? It might be. You think it's a bot? We got AI slop in the chat. I'm dying, yo. Oh man. All right. So, I thought this was an interesting matchup, T-Wolves versus Magic, but when I was looking at the matchup, I was actually thinking about, do I want to play as the T-Wolves or do I want to play as the Magic? I think I'm gonna play as the Magic and see how the T-Wolves play against me. I don't know. I personally, I usually prefer to play as the worst team to kind of see if I can manipulate the game enough to actually make a difference in the matchup, but we'll see. Rock the blacks. Yeah, let's do this. How you see? You said, did you see my message on the free throw results? I don't know if you responded. I saw the one where you sent me a box score and they had like 100 free throws. It was like 40 free throws or something crazy like that. I saw that and I think I responded to, I think I was telling you I wanted to try and play with the contact down. I think. Did I message you back? Let me make sure. Sorry. Oh my God, bro. I didn't message you back. I'm sorry. My bad, dude. I never messaged you back. I'm sorry, dude. What I was going to say, I be thinking I messaged people back and just didn't press send. But what I was gonna say was, my bad. I wanna play a game. That's what we're gonna do right now. I want to play a game at the default contact values. So this is gonna be the Hall of Fame contact value. So it might be too easy. I don't know. This has the driving contact at 60 and the inside contact at 80, the default Hall of Fame values. I wanted to see if it would help with the free throw numbers. I wanted to try that before actually lowering the free throw numbers because, or excuse me, the foul numbers, because what I noticed was for some reason, when you lower the actual foul slider, it has a weird effect on the layup like animations. It's like they put you in weird animations so that the foul isn't called, is what I've been noticing. So I kind of actually wanted to avoid that. But we'll see how it plays. It might be trash. And that's what I was saying. It might make more sense to actually just lower the slider as you know, instead of changing the animations, but you know, we'll see which one works better. You know, because that's the thing with 2K, there's 100 ways to address like every issue. It's just about finding, you know, the ones that work. And so I think the good thing is at least we're getting the CPU to attack downhill, but we had the fouls, you know what I mean, kind of, I'll say, tuned to when they weren't attacking downhill. So that, you know what I mean, that's kind of that next step of you know, how we want to attack that. So we'll see if it works. It might not. And if it doesn't, we will figure out something else, my man. Because it, you know, one thing about 2K is when you kind of get into what some of the old school slider makers call slideritis, you know what I mean? It can really kind of take away your enjoyment of the game just because, you know, you're trying to get everything perfect. But at the end of the day, man, we're not developers. Like, yeah, I say that all the time. I'm like, sometimes, bro, we gotta hold 2K to the standard. You know what I mean? To fix some of this stuff. And you know, I've tried to do my best to get that feedback going. You know what I mean? To get, you know, to get some of this stuff back on track, if that makes sense. Game time. You said the magic of your squad, so I'm a try to do them justice, as I think they brought me out in a zone there. I was trying to get my defensive matchups and I got screwed over on that first possession. So
Suggs and Bain team up as the backcourt, and it's De Silva in at the small forward position. Now here's Bain, pass to Bankero. And he's going
as Gobert gets a quick foul. I like that. We're gonna try and get Gobert up out of here early, because I don't need this dude in the paint all day blocking my shots. So we gonna try and get him up out of here. My boy Paolo got knock his shots down though.
And prior to last season, the Timberwolves had never won a playoff series in consecutive seasons, Stan.
Yeah, and so now they make the conference.
And they have gotten 2 really quick buckets on me. We got to make sure we get going.
This franchise has.
Yo, Wes, what's good? What's good?
Now Suggs, coming off a solid outing against Dallas.
Probably could have hit that roll again, but I didn't.
Outside Bain, out to the wing. Suggs outside, clock at 6. That's in, coming off an assist from Bankero.
Suggs knocking it down, clapping right back from deep.
Outside McDaniels. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Pass to Edwards.
Get out on Ant.
And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a
don't want him going crazy tonight, but we will try and keep an eye on him and attack him.
You can get going to stop first?
It's blocked by Gobert.
Yeah, Goldberg's going to be a problem, bro. I swear.
So good at blocking shots. He just controls the paint.
Pass to Bane. Goes back up.
Going at him. Hey, that's 2 fouls. We're gonna give it a shot.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
When will sliders be up for regular subs? Honestly, bro, the answer to that question is never going to change. It's going to be as soon as they're done. They're not perfect at the moment, but we're kind of making progress. I think right now, please, miss. Thank you. I got to get that board. Right now, I've got a few more versions. We're on version 0.7. So in 0.8, I'm going to try and clear up the defense. 0.9, I'm going to work on introducing, what do you call it? The My NBA sliders, like with all the sim stats. My hope is once 0.9 is done, I'm done tweaking gameplay. And that's where I'm going to work on all of the sim stats. So that's just going to be one update by itself. And my hope is that by then, the final 1.0 update will just be just kind of a polish, and that'll be the one that goes out to everybody. Nope, pass. Crap.
And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. Let's go now to the
All right, do I even have time to get a shot? Oh, I thought he tipped it. My bad.
Coach and I talked about the ways that Paolo Banchero is used on offense and how his
Give me that. We out.
He said with Paolo, he can deploy in any area of the floor and be effective. Personally, I think he's
okay. So that was interesting. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Getting to the line in the paint, I'm still getting a lot of fouls. But like, if you look at this was a much different, I guess, animation. So that's one thing when you mess with the defensive contact sliders and the foul slider together, you'll see this is kind of like a soft touch animation. I kind of wish he could have made that, but I feel like I rarely ever get and ones. But I feel like the CPU gets them all the time. I don't know.
And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. 3-point lead.
I thought I was going to shoot that.
On the wing. And there's McDaniel.
In the CPU, they got an attack, but they didn't get a foul. So we'll see as the game goes, like how many fouls we get and how close it is to the NBA average. I'm shooting that. Nope. Right over his head. Love it.
For a center, he's maybe undersized.
What's going on with Philly losing to the Hawks? Hey, Wes, bro, I got a quick question for you. I have a real quick question for you, man. Did you see Joel Embiid playing in that game? I didn't. So I ain't a Philly fan, bro. I'm a Joel Embiid fan. So I cannot be held responsible for the actions or game results of any Philadelphia sporting contests that do not involve Joel Embiid. That's where I'm at these days. That is where I'm at, dude. I can't deal with those dudes. I'm sorry. We don't let these kids all for years now. I can't even say kids, but some of the younger generation say, I'm not a Laker fan, I'm not a Cavs fan, I'm a LeBron fan. So I'm taking that same approach. I'm not a Sixer fan, I'm an Embiid, Maxey, Edgecombe fan. I'm an Embiid and Edgecombe fan, and most of the time I'm a Maxey fan. So that's how I'm handling that from like going forward. Malik, you said a hell of progress to be made. I hope not, bro. I hope it's really quick. I don't want people, watching the NBA finals sitting here talking about when is Shady going to drop his sliders. I hope this next process is really quick, and I hope that they're out very quickly. As I get hit with the cheese screen.
While also increasing his percentage, it makes him that much more dangerous as a scorer.
Chris,
we know he can finish
I was telling a friend, I said, if college football 27 comes to PC, I mean, there's a very good chance that's my main game. I just, if like, Oh, go, go, go. Like, there's so much we can do with that game. Like, the reason college is crazy is because all you have to do is make one roster. Like, if you want to make a roster of the year when Tim Tebow was at Florida, if you want to make the roster of the years when Cam Newton is at Auburn and or some, you know, Jameis at Florida State, like, you can do all of that, and it works because I can't get a foul on that. Dang, it works because college football has that recruitment system built in. So there's so much that can be done with that system. I hope the rumors are true, because if it is, I'm gonna be in there.
Orlando moving the ball around. The three from Suggs.
You know, I'm shooting mad threes with Suggs, and I don't know if that's actually what he does. I gotta look. I don't know what his rating is.
The shot comes out. The Magic have gone 3 of 8 so far. Suggs, the pass to Bain. And here's Suggs.
Get to the rim with him.
Carter, a screen on DiVincenzo. Suggs.
We take it.
Bucket.
Well, I like when Suggs takes initiative.
Bro, people are going to be doing a lot of creative stuff if that happens. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And there won't be, any like encryption or anything like that. That, if you notice, man, nobody does that. Like, as far as consumers go, there will be a effort to like make sure there's an anti-cheat in place. But as far as limiting mods, there's not going to be anything unless there's an effort to get that stuff on the consoles, if that makes sense. Like, you'll notice, like 2K26, a lot of people got frustrated because, they took away the cross-plat 2K share, but they took that away because people were getting on 2K share and putting a bunch of BS on the consoles. Does that make sense? Like, as long as people aren't trying to do stuff like that, and I hate to say it, but like, because sometimes the console players, they act like, no, stop them. Dang, Ant's kind of getting busy on me. Sometimes some of the console players, I don't know why, but some of the console players act like the PC players are like causing issues when it's usually the other way around. No, it's a bad pass by me. So like, even when I put like a post up, there were people saying, oh man, like, I hope it doesn't come to PC, I hope this, I hope that. It's like they kind of hope, I don't know what it is with some of the console players. I just wish they weren't so negative. Like, how do I put it? Like, because I'm not trying to like throw shade, but console, I'll put it to you this way. Console players act as if the PC is some secret when it's not. Like, anybody can get PC. Like, it's not like this exclusive club. Like, I don't understand why they act like that half the time. Like, just get the game on PC. It's not that hard. Like, I don't think I'll ever understand that. Like why they want our experience to be worse when it's not like it's something that they can't do. Like, you choose to play on PlayStation, I choose to play on PC. Like, don't hate on me, because like I just feel like the hate should be on Sony and stuff. Like, they're the ones that be knocking stuff, like locking stuff down. Like, we're not doing that to you. So I don't like, and as someone who primarily makes PC based content, that has been like, if you look at every one of my like comment sections, every comment is like that. It's like the whole comment section is people hating on PC players. I just don't understand it.
Anderson covers.
Be in there.
And the powerful one-handed slam.
And the playmaking of Banchero. At 6'10", he really has a guard skill level.
Now here's Highland. Tight defense on him. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
I get, but okay, and y'all got to put me on game, because I never felt like I make content to hang it over people's heads, bro. Like I dropped a Madden because Madden without like Madden is just like 2K. It's rough without sliders. Like ain't nobody gonna sit here and lie, act like Madden is good without sliders. It's not, right? So I don't need to make no slider set for Madden. I got mods. I don't need no slider set. I put out a slider set just for the console players to enjoy. Like I don't even understand it. And so yeah. So I try to make sure like my content is not like ha this is what we got on PC, but there are certain types of content like modding showcases and stuff like that. I can't tailor that to a console audience. So that type of content is more like, hey, this is some of the tools that I use to make the game more enjoyable for me. However, that's literally limited to the to the PC. There's nothing I can do about that, if that makes sense.
Well, he can play inside with that 6'7" size. Black aggressive down low.
Pass to Phillips. Kicks it out to Anderson. And the ball out of play.
Oh, he stepped out. Interesting.
Well, a chance to check out some stats for Jaden McDaniels.
I'm sorry, but let's keep it a buck. Most people hate on PC because they either can't afford it or one of those people that don't know how to drag and drop files. So
Magic trail by
I never thought of it that way. That might be it. Yeah, I mean that's probably a big part of it too. I didn't really think about it. That's tough. Yeah, that might be part of it. The price is it's an issue, right? Like that can definitely be kind of an issue getting into the PC space. But I do want to say this. I passed the wrong guy there. I do want to say this, right? And I'm gonna keep it real with y'all just to kind of give y'all some insight. Like if you literally don't have any money and can't afford to eat, like I'm not saying do nothing crazy, right? That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is if you have hobbies, right? And I'm gonna get really real with y'all for a sec here. I'm gonna get real with y'all for a sec. If you have hobbies, if you want a game on PC, you can get a PC if you shut some stuff down. Now, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I built my first computer, right? And because people look at me now, yes, I have a good job and a crazy computer, but this is like my fourth computer. You get what I'm saying? My first computer, and I'm just giving y'all game. My first computer I built when I worked at Best Buy. I was making I was in college working at Best Buy, making like $10 an hour. And I was saving money for probably a year. And I saved money and I still couldn't afford the crap. I actually had to get credit card debt to get like half of my first computer. Like I'm pretty sure I put my first graphics card, which was a 780 Ti classified, I put that on a credit card. You know what I mean? Like that's real life. When I was in college, bro, some of my friends was going out and partying. I was in the room. You get what I'm saying? Because I was saving money and had to work the next day. So okay, if you're saying, and so that's where I get frustrated because I'm not trying to hear that these days, bro. PlayStation 5 is like $800. You got a PlayStation 5, you got PlayStation Plus, which is, X amount of dollars a month. These games are $70 a month. Like, don't tell me you can't get no PC eventually. Like, work on it, save, try. Like, that's that. Now, if you can't afford nothing, we get that. Nobody's trying to act like, high and mighty. I get, I literally, it's not that important. It's just a game. So, but I'm just talking about as far as hobbies. If you have a hobby and you want to invest in it. Can he shoot? Nope. But that's all I'm saying. Like, let's not sit here and act like, you can't do anything, because that's getting to be kind of BS. Like, I keep it a buck with you. You are probably, for your first computer, not going to be able to get a computer like mine. I get that. But like, let's not get crazy. If you going out on weekends, you eating out, you know, you got a PlayStation 5 Pro that's $80. You got PlayStation Plus. You playing Fortnite, buying skins. Don't sit here and tell me you can't get no PC when you done spent $200-300 on VC for clothes for a player on 2K, bro. That pisses me off. Like, you know what I mean? And when it's those people, I don't like that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just keep that 100 with you guys.
Orlando leading by 4.
Like, we're not talking about people having real life struggles. We're just talking about gamers. Like, so if you're a gamer and you buying games and buying microtransactions, bro, get to saving, because you don't have to spend $5,000 on a PC. But you know, my first PC build was $2,400, and like I said, I didn't even have the whole 24. I had saved like $1,600, and I put the rest. Yeah, I saved like $1,600 and put the rest on the credit card and bought my graphics card. So yeah, so that's all I'm saying. Let's not get crazy with it. But I know people who, you know, don't have jobs and are struggling in real life. That's a different story. You know, for that, I hope everybody can get to where they want to be. But I just hate when people act like we're in the wrong, you know what I mean, for enjoying what we, you know, what we got. Like, it's just crazy these days. Like, some of the comments I was getting yesterday, it was literally people like saying, "Oh, like I hope you guys don't get it." Why? Why do you hope we don't get the game? It don't got nothing to do with nothing. Like, I don't understand that. Me getting a game doesn't stop you from enjoying what you would have enjoyed. So I don't know. It can get weird sometimes, but I try to not make my content about that. You hope the content can be for everybody. But like I said, there's certain stuff like a modding showcase or something, you can't tailor that to console players. You can't. They literally can't do some of the stuff. So it's, you know, that's where you got to try to meet in the middle. Oops, threw it to the wrong guy.
Getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard. And ready to work.
People crying about price but pay $200 in weed a week.
Back to you guys.
Oh man, yeah, you're right about that.
Shannon's checked in for the Timberwolves.
And there's certain stuff, but it's everything. There's certain stuff you got to cut back on. You know, maybe I was just trying to be real with y'all, man. Like, when I was in college, bro, we went to Wendy's. Like, literally, we went to Wendy's and was eating off the dollar menu. Like, that's real. Like, for dinner, like, I would get chili, like, from Wendy's, bro. Like, I ain't even trying to. So I don't like when people act like I came from like this super, you know, privileged position. I got there eventually. You know, because I was able to grow a nice YouTube community and get a good job. But like, let's like, you know, some of y'all was here when I was recording videos from my dorm room. That was real. Like, you know what I mean? So some of them slider sets that, oops, did not mean to do that. Yikes. Some of them slider sets that y'all was playing on 2K15 and stuff.
Yeah, great job by Wagner.
They keep switching me into a zone. Some of them slider sets that drop straight from my dorm room. Like, that's real. So
Highland with a screen on Isaac.
the Randall ISO is crazy.
Back to Highland. No one near him. It's rebounded by Banchero.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Wagner, the pass to Banchero.
I know Banchero's not a great shooter, but I still like to get him up with him every now and again just to keep the defense honest.
Minnesota again missing. And so Banchero will,
especially right now with Minnesota's offense struggling. Whenever the CPU offense struggles, you kind of really got to try to apply pressure, because y'all know the way this game is with these runs, they can get crazy. So you guys can see here in this clip, this is something I don't like. So I told you guys I turned down the driving contact And so then you start to get kind of animations like this, where I do the layup, but this dude just doesn't, or sorry, it's not a layup, it's a dunk. I don't know how I feel about this because he's in position. Like, well, he's in the restricted area, so it should be some type of contact, but you can see he just gets pushed out of the way. And that's why I don't like lowering the contact, because you get animations like this. So we got to watch that. I know it happened once. I'm not saying it should never happen, but if it keeps happening, I'm changing this back because I just don't like stuff like this. I don't want there to be too many fouls, but I hate this type of stuff. This is the stuff I hate the most. Like, you can't deny physics. Like, he's here, boom. Like, watch his left foot. Like, the whole time, watch his left foot. His foot is planted. There has to be some type. His left foot is planted, and Paolo's knee is in this dude's chest. So, like, there should be some contact here. There's no way this dude just slides back 4 feet. Like, look at this. I hate that. I can't stand that. We'll keep an eye on it. Dre, you said gaming is a hobby, and an expensive one. As they say, you got to pay to play. Right. And real quick. Right. It's an expensive hobby. So, but what I hate is it might be expensive, but it's still accessible. You can get a PlayStation 4 and play great story mode games. You probably get a PlayStation 4, right? Awesome story mode games. You want to graduate, get a PlayStation 5. That way you can get, some online games and play some more modern stuff. Cool. It's like $100 or $200 more dollars. Okay, then you start caring about graphic fidelity and graphic experience, right? Okay, now I want to get a PlayStation 5 Pro and a 4K monitor, right? Now we're really balling, right? $800, $900. Okay, great. That's cool, but I want to test the limits of what can be achieved with gaming. Now I want to get a PC. Spend $1,800 on a PC, $2,400 on a PC. Maybe it's an entry-level PC. Cool, you in the game. Boom, you in the game. Let's go, right? Boom. Been doing this for a few years. Got a new job. Just graduated college. This is my hobby. I like this. I spend a lot of time a week doing this. Now I'm going to take some money. I'm going to take a couple checks, put a couple checks aside. I'm going to build a dream computer. Spend $3,000 on it. Boom. Then you get the $3,000 joint. You start making content. The content starts introducing income. Now it's an investment. Now you're going to get that money back. I'm going to spend $5,000 on the PC. Boom. Like, you know what I mean? That's how that goes. Or you know what? I don't know. Maybe you like cars better and you just want to get a car. Then do that. Or maybe you like, I don't know, clothes and you want to buy some designer hoodies. Do that. Cool. But don't sit here and clown me because, I got a nice car, but I'm just saying, don't sit here and clown me because this is what I choose to do. I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. And so, okay, cool. Let's start cars real quick. I work, or say I'm somebody, I work 40 minutes away. I need a car that's reliable, gonna get me exactly where I'm gonna go. Boom, I'm gonna get a Honda Accord. I'm gonna get a Toyota Camry. I know no matter what, that's gonna get me to work. And that's because that's investing. Okay, cool. Or maybe I'm an executive level. I don't drive for work. I don't do nothing. I'm gonna get a Mercedes or a BMW. Okay, and because I don't got to put that much money into my car, and I don't want to, as far as maintenance, and I don't drive that much. So I'm going to get a BMW. I'm going to get a Mercedes. I'm going to get a Lexus. I'm going to get something really fancy, right? Cool. But you know what I'm not finna do? I ain't finna sit here with a BMW and complain that my BMW is slower than a Ferrari. Because my BMW didn't cost the same as a Ferrari. What's wrong with y'all? Like, that don't make no sense. And I'm not finna sit here and be like, oh man, I hope they ban Ferraris from being on the road. Because I can't afford a Ferrari, so I hope they make it where I hope they put speed bumps where you can't drive Ferraris on the road. What's wrong with people? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's not normal. Nobody lives like that. Yeah, no matter what you do, somebody's going to be doing something different. You buy an apartment, you got an apartment with a roommate. Somebody going to have an apartment without a roommate. You get an apartment without a roommate. Somebody going to have a condo. You get a condo. Somebody going to have a house. You get a 3-bedroom house. Somebody going to have a 5-bedroom house. You get a 5-bedroom house. Now somebody got some estate. Like, what are we doing? I don't know. Like, but I know but I'm trying to explain to y'all, this is this internet life now where everything has to be a comparison. Me gaming on PC got nothing to do. You could hate me and say, you know, I'm just not going to watch Shady because he plays on PC. Then do that. But you don't got to sit here mad and say, I hope these dudes don't get a game. Did y'all see the comments under the stuff that I posted? I said, yo, Street saying college football 27 coming to PC. Dude saying, oh, Street saying you're a B word. Like, I'm like, who lives like that? I don't know. So it's just some of these dudes got to get their crap together, man. I know I know a lot of these dudes just trolling. So I'm sure that's part of it, but you know, I know I'm talking about the college football thing, but it's not I need you guys to understand, this isn't new for me. This is something that ever since I've introduced modding to my channel, I've been dealing with. And I'm like, bro, I'm making the same type of content. If anything, a lot of people found this channel due to 2K modding. And I don't even cover 2K modding anymore. So if anything, I'm doing less PC based stuff than I used to. So, you know, it just is what it is, man. It's just gotten crazy. You know, like, you know, and I'm not throwing shade because this dude last stream, he wasn't like being malicious, but he was like legit just asking a question. But he was just like, yo, like, how come 2K doesn't look like this like normally? And I'm like, in my head, like, I'm not trying, god dang. But I'm just like, in my head, like, do you know how much my PC costs? Like, it can't look like this. It's not gonna work. Like, it's not powerful enough. So that's all I say, man. I want everybody to be able to play the games the way that they want to play them. But you guys gotta understand, even with my PC, bro, I be looking at stuff that dudes are playing with on 5090s and stuff, and there's still stuff that I can't do. So that's just what I try to say is, you know, when I say that there's levels to this stuff, and you got to be happy with what you got. You can't be sitting here upset because somebody got something better than you.
Highland against Suggs, 6 to shoot. Over Highland.
I wanted Wagner to stay there. Oh, well, I made it anyway. I wanted Wagner to stay there in that paint.
Suggs has got 7 points in the game.
Well, right there,
just in case I missed.
Came off, Suggs noticed the defense soften and pulled the trigger.
Edwards.
And hit a little spin jumper there. I thought he was going to take it in.
He was dominant in their last outing, and the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just
might have been too early.
Timberwolves trail by 7.
He's gonna shoot that. Crap. Here we go. Like I said, y'all gotta watch these runs.
Got 10.
After hitting 0 threes in the first half, he's got a couple now. You can see the confidence building.
Wagner with a screen on Reed. Wagner outside.
Nothing I can do with him. Don't think he can shoot.
Black outside. Suggs against Highland.
Shooting that. Crap. Probably should attack the rim at some point there.
In terms of shot selection, lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack. Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Thought Wagner was going to cut to the rim there.
Launches it.
There we go.
And Black wants to keep getting better as a shooter.
I maxed out the thing about that tendency is and that's what I was saying. Like, I maxed that tendency out, and because you want them to shoot it, but you don't want them to shoot it in dumb places. You know what I mean? That's where it gets tough. So.
But it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
And Carroll with a screen on Highland. Bain, the pass to
Post him up.
Doubled by Highland. The three
Nope.
from Suggs.
Oh.
And you can count it.
That worked out. 3 fouls on Gobert. I told you we getting him out of there.
Offense is carrying them right now, and even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Anderson's checked in for Rudy Gobert. McDaniels comes in for Reed. And it's DiVincenzo in for Highland. Then for Orlando, Carter's checked in for Wagner.
So-
comes in for Banchero.
One thing I've been really critical of is
Against Edwards. Uses
the heck did he get baseline on that? You can't give him baseline there. What the frick?
Well, when Edwards gets all an opponent can hope to do
So,
is limit
is anybody connected to this
Paul Mosley. He's gonna
college
take a minute to
football
regroup
accessory
with the players.
movement? Now,
Orlando with the ball.
I was started catching a lot of slack because I criticized that movement because I feel like it's fake. And people were like, how's it fake? Let me explain to you how it's fake. I'm going to explain how it's fake. Crap. Okay, what was that? Oh, my bad, y'all. So, we was all
Outside.
upset when college football went away. And we was all hyped when college football came back.
There's the triple. Drops in the three. And now just a 5-point Magic lead.
When college football 25 came out, that game is one of the highest, rated games in years. We all played it. We all had fun with it. Yes, it had its issues, but it is what it is.
Sinks the tray.
College football 26 came, and I agree. College football 26 did some things worse than 25.
part of this offense.
But the accessory stuff came out of nowhere. And people were talking about, oh man, like I can't even play this game because of the accessories. And I'm like, now, hold on a minute. Because 25 also didn't have the accessories. So why is this like a deal breaker now? I just don't understand how that's a deal breaker now when we were just playing the same game last year. Isn't that the biggest knock, that, oh, they drop the same game every year? So how come from one year to the next it's a problem, and now like I just don't get that.
Pass to De Silva.
I was gonna shoot that, but I didn't really have enough space.
And here's Bain.
One thing about this slide says you can make contested shots, but you still gotta hunt for open shots. Like you can't just chuck it in people's faces. Pause.
DiVincenzo on the wing. He's checked by Carter. McDaniels.
Dang.
That's good.
They've got some ground to make up, and shooting the three ball more consistent.
Like I just feel like it's a fake. That's what I was saying. Like I just feel like it's a fake outrage thing. Like I don't.
Now Suggs.
I'm saying, like, I think no matter what's in the game, people are gonna find something to complain about. I'm not saying it's perfect, but
Now here's Carter. Anderson covers.
did not mean to jump that way.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was
How you said with me now being done with the ATD and working on tendencies, the toughest team be the Nuggets, because I try to get you to have a triple double 9 out of 10 times. The only problem is most of his assists come from double teaming, and you're not trying to do that. That's been a year, every year issue. I've always found the easiest way to get Jokic assists is off of, well, and it's kind of cheese, don't get me wrong, but the easiest way to get Jokic with assists is for him to get them in transition. Not him running in transition, but him pushing off of misses, if that makes sense. Most of the Nuggets assists IRL for Jokic come from dribble handoffs and cutters, which, let's just be honest, I threw it to the wrong guy there, crap. Let's just be honest, the 2K CPU doesn't do that well. So it's just like, okay, Nasri, you got it, bro. He really was not going to let me score on that possession. That's insane.
Big man that loves coming up with blocks.
Nasumu. He's checked in for Anderson.
Yo, the funny thing about
Bain. Over Edwards.
like the whole like PC versus console thing, and like I told a lot of you guys that,
38%
like,
in this quarter. Stan, you look at
I
him,
was really thinking about
size, but he is
playing 2K this year on console, just because we don't have a lot of the
Entertaining players to watch.
a lot of the scenarios. You know what I mean? Like, look at me working on sliders, bro. It is March. Like, look at how long it's taken for me to get a decent scenario up. The PC, and so somebody tapped me on the shoulder and they let me know that someone dropped a and this is power separate from the one you were working on. Someone dropped an ATD scenario like a week or something ago, and I was like, oh no, I didn't know about that. And so I'm just saying, like, that's the one big advantage that the consoles have, is that they can have multiple people working on a project and get it done in a reasonable time. And we can't do that.
5 on the clock.
I didn't have time for that screen.
Behind the arc. And Baron J pulls it down.
Crap. They're going to go into the half with the lead. Hands up on him, please.
Great D that time from Wagner.
Dre said you have a PC, but you play on console. So why is that? Why do you choose to play on console? Is it because of something similar to that?
And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
For me, I find it varies from game to game. Some games have performance issues on PC. Monster Hunter Wilds, for example. I know it's not a sports game. That game was terrible on PC for a while just because of the stuttering. I got friends who play on console, but yeah, man, I don't have that problem. Jedi Survivor was another one.
Focus now to the Orlando Magic. They're halfway through what's certainly been a competitive game. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Anthony Black with a strong contribution so far on this one.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room.
Told you, I'm going at Gobert.
He's the problem right now.
McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4.
I didn't get a foul, but we got the bucket. Space Toast, what platform did you buy Madden on, out of curiosity?
Chris Finch as we begin the second half.
Did you buy it on Steam or did you buy it on the EA app?
Here's Randall. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Randall's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Well, the defender made it hard on Randall.
Steam. I noticed that every so that was actually really funny. So, you know, I got you know, the EA sponsorship and all that. So I told everyone, like, yo, make sure you buy Madden and stuff on EA app, because they have a lot of issues on Steam. And, you know, I think a lot of people kind of thought I was just saying that, like, as a sponsored guy that literally gets paid if you buy it using my code. And I'm like, but y'all jump to a conclusion, because I've been playing Jedi Survivor, you know what I mean, years before I got sponsored by EA. And I don't know if y'all remember, it's the EA app now, but it used to be called Origin. And any game that was on Origin and Steam always, like, I'm not saying it doesn't work because millions of people play them, but they always have some type of stupid issue that you don't have to deal with if you get it through the EA app. So and I'm just saying, like, as somebody that had a lot of people reach out, every single person that reached out and had an issue had gotten it on Steam. Not saying that they don't have issues on the EA app. I'm just saying that's, you know, where most of the issues started with, especially with people, you know, that were modding the game, if that makes sense.
And so it's Bain who brings up the ball for Orlando. The lead is 2. Pass to Carter. And so he draws
a little foul there.
Headed to the line to shoot a pair. And it's worth looking at the league's top scorers for the past month. These guys have been on a tear. In the third spot, Anthony Edwards.
And this last month has been truly special for him. He's scoring at will and in a rhythm on offense.
And so Carter nails them both.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
And that one goes. He's now
Man, if I could find a way to stop the CPU from making passes like that,
Every bucket matters.
I would.
Good looks.
DiVincenzo against
Going all the way. They didn't rotate.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy has hops.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards. Outside, McDaniels. The 3 is up. It doesn't go for him. Orlando has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime.
Dang, he cut me
Carroll
off.
finds Suggs.
I'm going to try and swing this to Banchero.
Outside Bane. Now Banchero. Orlando moving the ball around. 4 on the clock.
Oh, I didn't mean to pump fake.
Shot from the wing.
Crap.
Called in by DiVincenzo.
Selling on offense, low-key.
For Minnesota,
Where'd you buy
they've got
2K?
Williams.
I got all the 2Ks on Steam. See? 26, 25, all the way back to 2015. Unfortunately, the one I couldn't get was 14. That's the one everybody plays with the mods, but I couldn't get 14. I mean, I don't know where to get it. Everybody's talking about, oh, get it from here, get it from there, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, can't find it anywhere.
Magic leading by 4. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, people forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get
Gunner Lot, you said you've been playing with the sliders on player lock. Do you have any advice to make the gameplay better? Can you explain, like, you know, you got to give me more info than that. Is there, like, what does, I'm just trying to think. So player lock is going to be using, I guess my question would be, what are you experiencing that, you know, is kind of not as good? Because I don't play player lock, so I didn't make the sliders with player lock in mind. They keep switching me into his own. It's like, where are you struggling? What are you seeing? You know, anything that, you know, along the lines of that would help.
Here's Suggs. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
Great effort at the defensive end by Banchero. His steal leading to a fast break.
Okay, so I want to ask this without I don't want to ask this the wrong way, but like, Chris, what I'm saying is I can definitely, if you follow what I'm saying, I can get the game, right? But I can't get the game in Steam. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get it like actually linked, like with my account. But I can get it. Don't get me wrong. But you know what I mean? It's just not legit. You know what I mean? Like, that was all I was saying.
Edwards finds McDaniels. He hits again.
Wow, how did he get all the way to the bucket?
And looking confident.
Well, McDaniels has really found a flow offensively, and he's just going to ride it as long as he can.
Banchero outside. To the inside. Here's Carter.
Okay, I'm telling you, we getting Gobert these fouls. A lot of people play my NBA like my career and import their own player. Yeah, that makes sense. So, so for example here, this is one play that's really good. Like, if you can get, like we were talking about, like how to get Jokic assists. If you can get Jokic in a play like this, and then the guy loops around and then you throw it to him, that's a really nice play. However, I don't know how. The heck is that noise? I don't know how Gobert got in front of me here. Like, he kind of boxed me off, but
For the Magic.
Well, I love how aggressive they've been. They've been taking it right into contact, and then they're going to the line and converting.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance, always a great idea.
Nas Reed's checked in for.
I remember they had like a couple. Yeah, it was Create a Legend. Then they had like a special LeBron version of My Career that one time. Did anybody ever play that? They had like a LeBron. I think they had like a LeBron version
I mean, Ben Carroll wants everyone to know he's a threat
of My Career. I think. I know they had a Jordan version or something like that.
Randall outside. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Edwards for three. Can't get it to go. Shooting 7 for 13 from the field now.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another three to fall.
Ben Carroll finds Carter.
Taking him in the post.
Ben Carroll against Randall.
Oh, I was gonna try to anyways.
Ben Carroll in
Nope.
the post. 17 points in the game. Doesn't go that time. Pass to DiVincenzo. From deep. De Silva with a rebound. De Silva's got 7.
Yeah, they had one for Kobe too. Yeah.
Now Suggs. McDaniels covering. McDaniels against Suggs. Oh, and he got
Weird foul animation there. LeBron path to greatness. Yeah, I knew there was something like that.
Staying active and goes to the line now.
Yeah, so John, someone just asked me about the player lock. I don't play player lock, so that's not something that I'm going to be looking into, but some people are using player lock apparently with the sliders, so that's why I was asking the dude in the chat. I was just like, you know, how do they play for you, and have you changed anything specifically to help make it better? You know what I mean?
He's checked in for McDaniels, and it's Highland in for DiVincenzo.
He got clamped but then
When he's
spinned.
struggling this quarter, he's only adding to their troubles. They need his offense
Got by
to
him.
come around.
Athletic finish right there by Black. I like when he goes up strong like this.
Can you get IRL score bugs in franchise? I'm sure there's a mod or something like that for it, but I don't have anything like that.
Rough stretch offensively, they could really use a basket.
Here's Edwards. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. Edwards has gotten 4 this quarter. Suggs with it.
For me, 2K has just been so... Why does this dude... Oh, actually, he's got an 84-3. Oh, he can shoot. What am I doing? I didn't realize. Sorry, guys. Get your own board. Got it.
Here's Ben Carroll. Oh, Ben Carroll getting it done and tight.
Well, that's where you want to get Ben Carroll the ball. He's got great touch around the basket.
Here's Randall. And it's good. Fought through contact.
Right now I'm on 40 game speed, and I think it's kind of slow, honestly, but everybody said 45 was too fast, so I don't know. That's why, you know, I'm just trying to try stuff. Like right now, I'm trying out a lower drive contact frequency. Don't love it. Right now, I think I'm going to change it back. I feel like I should change it back, but...
Edwards, the pass to Randall. It's hauled in by Isaac.
That's the shot you hope for, right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw
But,
contact.
I don't know.
Was going up. It's on Anthony Edwards.
And forcing the defense's hand right there. I mean, Jonathan Isaac to the line, a good sign for this team.
These are his first free throws of the game.
But yeah, that's like one thing about sliders. A lot of people do different stuff. Some people do CPU versus CPU. You know, some people do player lock, right? Some people just play straight up. You know, so I try to focus the sliders on just making the CPU smarter and making better decisions, because that type of stuff will impact any game mode, if that makes sense.
Wagner's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Wagner with a screen. Bain, the pass to Wagner.
I think that might be too deep. Yep.
Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Pass to Anderson.
Ooh, I think that was my guy.
Here's Highland. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit. Highland's got 13.
Yeah, and like the game speed changes from game to game, if that makes sense. Like 45 on like 45 this year is not the same as 45 last year, if that makes sense.
Orlando needs to get off a shot here.
Hit that. There we go. I'm killing these boys. All right, so yesterday we dealt with the CPU scoring too much. Today they're not scoring enough.
50% for the game.
I don't feel. So finding that balance is always important.
And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
And he's really made his mark with the three-pointer today. That's another big one.
And when you have shooters feeling it from distance, it feels like no lead is safe. Because points.
Oh, that's a nice look. Oh, and he smoked it. Oh, okay, well, we get the and one. We take that.
And he's going to the line for one more. He's made one and missed one so far at the line. And Minnesota making a change here. Shannon's checked in. Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Anderson passes to Highland. Back to Anderson.
Hands up.
And count that.
And they foul him anyway. I knew they would.
One more at the line.
Well, Anderson is used to having
That score is getting a little close, so the CPU are going to try to get back in it any way they can.
Conley's checked in for Minnesota. Minnesota shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. Black outside. 1:21 left in the third quarter of the game. Carter, the pass to Black. And looks like an illegal pick was set.
Oh.
Gets the ref's attention. Let's take this time to see the teams who
Yeah, yo, Pooh, I appreciate you, yo. Yeah, if anybody's watching, do me a solid, hit like.
They've really gotten after it at the
Watching live or watching later, obviously, you know, it helps a ton.
He's checked in for Conley.
Oh, I always try to cheese these inbounds, but sometimes you can't get them.
Desumu outside. Pass to Anderson. Reed for three.
Wade, that's very deep.
It's hauled in.
No way they're making that.
Black's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
I wish the CPU could make more deep threes, but
There's 45 seconds left to play in the third quarter.
They don't.
And he gets it to go. Black's got 24.
Well, sometimes you got to create room for yourself. And that's exactly what Black does with that pick and roll.
thank you.
And the dunk by Isaac.
Love to see him run the floor.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Here's Highland. No good from outside.
All right, we're going to hold this for the
Have a
quarter.
commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And here's Black. 24 points for him.
Oh, crap. I meant to get behind the line. I didn't. I made it anyway.
Not a second to spare.
Oh, you gotta have some
There's going to be a 2.
to hit that shot.
When's the next Mining Showcase for Madden? Hopefully soon. Obviously, I got to update my game and get that Max Crosby. Get that Max Crosby joint in there. I don't know if anyone has like a start today file that I can use. I'll be getting into that maybe around Tuesday. So we'll see. I just got to get my crap updated. So yeah.
Then it's Anthony Black. Then there's Ben Carroll.
I'm there for that.
Can't hit. Well, the Magic's shooting has been good, around 52% from the field. Here's Wagner. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
So yeah, so that's like one thing that you guys can see. Like, so lowering the drive contact, this might not be the play. I don't think. Like, I just feel like it makes crap weird. I don't know. Like, it just makes some of the contact weird, but then you still get the foul. So I don't know. I think I'm going to go back to what I had for that.
So I
Do you know of any good A to D scenarios you can use for console? I don't have the game on console, so I can't answer that. Somebody else might be able to, but I'm not really sure.
Pass to Randall. Fires for three. Orlando grabs the miss. Banchero's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Isaac finds Wagner.
Okay, that didn't really work. Got Paolo at the 2.
Sumu on the double. Misses the 3.
How do you miss that?
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's
Angles?
not a shot the defense should be given.
That's crazy.
Good.
Well, the defense gave that away.
Do you know any YouTubers that stream a modded Madden franchise or modded rebuilds for Madden? No.
Jacks up a 3.
No, I don't.
Target from range.
But
And both teams running
you know, I'm not trying to be rude, but YouTube has a search button, so I would, or search bar, so I would probably use it. You know.
Isaac against Randall.
I always felt like this, like going to, going to Burger King and being like, "Yo, man, what are your thoughts on that new menu at McDonald's?" Hello. I don't know how to answer that.
And so Banchero will bring it up for Orlando. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th here.
I should have swung that one more time, but he hit it.
3 for Orlando.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that.
I thought for sure Max Crosby would go to the Cowboys, but then I kind of get it why you would choose Baltimore, because you want to win. Like, you want to. It's not because you want to win, because it's not like the Cowboys don't win games. It's just I get like where you want a chance to compete, you know, in the postseason, if that makes sense. So I get it, but I don't know. I still feel like he could have went to the Bears. He could have, you know, but the Ravens are going to be there with, I mean, they're just trying to reload. They're going to be there with Crosby. They're going to be there with Lamar. Like, I just feel like he picked a culture over a team. So we'll see if that, you know what I mean? We'll see if that works.
Here's Highland. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Inside. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
And I think we're going
to I don't know if it will.
Nights like this from Banchero. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
To stop the run.
Yeah, I can't let him get to the rim like that.
Randall's got 4 points in the quarter.
Wow, he's found his game offensively here in the second half. Really has turned things around.
Shot on the wing.
Not what I wanted to do there.
Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 11 rebounds in the game. DeSumo outside, down low.
He got behind me.
Reed, good.
Not easy inside there for Reed, but he made something happen.
Magic leading by 16.
I mean, listen, I'm not trying to be rude. I am not a Harbaugh fan at all. I'm an Eagles fan, so we kind of, I think we deal with very similar stuff with Sirianni. It's just the CEO coach. We're not saying it can't work, but it's just not easy. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I've been saying. It's not easy dealing with the CEO head coach. Like,
Man, the defender really went after him.
And that one falls for Highland.
I think sometimes, you know, some things just run their course. And I just think, you know, I mean, I just think it can be time to go, like, if that makes sense. It can be time to try something different. And it doesn't mean you can't do it because, you know, something worked in the past.
Banchero against Reed. Clock at 6. Banchero passes to Black.
Like, you can't be afraid to evolve as a franchise.
Timberwolves trail by 16. Outside, Highland.
No way.
Another miss by Minnesota. Orlando has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. And Carroll passes to Black. Back to Ben Carroll. Wagner outside. Ben Carroll against Randall. And
Too easy.
Carroll gets it to go.
Yeah, look at Ben Carroll, reminding you he can shoot too.
Now here's Highland. Pass to Randall. Edwards looking for an opening.
No, stop him. Thank you.
By Minnesota.
And they're up
We've been kind of smothering Ant low key.
on the glass.
Yo, Ant, what's good, yo?
Wagner with a screen on Highland.
Oh, I don't know if I should have shot that.
Bain, the pass to Wagner. Orlando
Going back with Ben Carroll because I like the matchup. Oh.
Carroll. Reed with the rebound.
Got stuck on my dribble there.
Probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option there.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
No doubt how much those boards impact the overall outcome. You can't give them extra chances.
Yeah, we've seen Bain make a leap offensively because of his ability to bury shots like this.
Let me get out of here before I get it 3 seconds.
Randall can't hit. Orlando leading by 21. Wagner with
I
a
feel
screen on
like
Highland.
it's funny because my last 3 games have been blowouts. Either me getting blown out by the CPU and now me blowing the CPU out. Ironically, the way the NBA games go, that's probably more realistic, but not what I aim for when it comes to the sliders. Whether it's realistic or not, I like to keep stuff competitive. Personally, I had some criticism from that last year. They were like, "Oh, hey man, I feel like all my games are very close," and I'm like, "That is not accidental." Obviously, unless you're, there's a huge mismatch, if that makes sense.
And he drains the quick shot. Highland's got 4 points this quarter.
A nice wrinkle in Randall's game. He can make that crucial extra pass when the opening is there.
And now we have a chance to see our player of the game, Paolo Banchero.
This has been one of the most dominant performances.
Not sure what's going on with the audio. It's playing the player of the game, but not showing it.
Motor, and he's making an impact on every single possession. And look at him. You think it's just another game. He is totally
Stop the ball.
in control of his emotions.
This here was a gutsy performance from him in front of a tough crowd. The fans were on his back, and it never got to him. If anything, it motivated him more. Pass to De Silva. Banchero against Randall. Banchero in the post. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. They'll pin that one on Julius Randle.
For a young player, Banchero has tremendous footwork.
Missing the free
He
throws.
stays in balance and puts defenders in awkward spots.
In your career, Stan, you coach contending teams, as well as teams that had little to no expectations.
Yeah, BA, give me the contending teams. Give me the talent and the expectations and pressure that goes with it. Listen, coaches just want as much chance to succeed
Dang, Ant.
as they can have.
How do you feel about Tatum coming back from the torn Achilles so soon? Well, the way that it's been explained is that it can't, like, he's ready, That's what they're saying. They're saying he's ready. So, you got to trust the doctors there. And they're basically saying that
things around after a disappointing first half.
Pass to Randall.
it wouldn't have made a difference if he came back next year or last year. Now, I'm a big Jason Tatum fan, so that probably has a lot to do with what I'm saying. But I would not have come back if I was Tatum. Yo, DJ Forbes, thanks for being a member, bro. Appreciate you. I would not have come back if I were him. That's just me being honest. I would have let Boston do whatever it is they're gonna do.
Now here's Bain.
Kind of hope they lose if I'm him.
From deep, Bain.
You know, because people were talking crazy already. Jaylen Brown's team. Let it be Jaylen Brown's team. And let's see how far they go. And then
Outside, DiVincenzo.
oh, got me. Oh,
Three is up.
oh, sheesh.
Those second chance buckets.
So that's my. If I'm Tatum, I wait for the off season. Worst case scenario, they win it all without you. And then you probably got to find another team. But
and it's all from 3-point range. Timberwolves
best case scenario, they're not as good as you were when you're together, and then you come back and all that stuff about it being so and so's team is over because now they know they need that, you know, that.
And the layup is good. Randall's got 14 points.
I guess you call it a big two to come back next year full strength.
Showing how powerful he can be.
But now it's like, what are you going to achieve now? His release is so slow, it keeps making me pump fake. What the heck? He made it though. But now it's just like, okay, so now you're back. There's just, we saw it. He looked okay, but he didn't look like he was moving around as good as he usually does. And now what is the expectation going to be that you're going to go in and win a title? No. Now, when you come back and you don't win, because I don't think they're going to win, now it's like, oh, well, we got worse when Tatum came back. So I don't know who is managing him. I don't know who, you know, if it's who's that guy that trains him and Embiid, Drew Hanlon. I don't know how much he plays into that, but I do not think he's getting good advice. That's just me personally. I would not have handled that way.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it.
I want to get 130.
They were without a doubt the better team.
And they notch another win, number 34 of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been for Paolo Banchero.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable.
Hit it.
Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
3-second difference between the shot clock.
I want him to get all the way.
Outside for Randall. There's the three. And DiVincenzo hits from deep. Here's Suggs.
Hurry up, hurry.
The three from
Gotta hit it. There it is. All right, let me I'd like to pause the game before all the cinematics and bull crap happens so we can look at the stats. I really like the Magic. I like a lot of people on the Magic because I'm a Duke fan, so big fan of Paolo. All right, so first thing I think you can obviously, the change that I made with the defensive, with the drive, what is it called? Drive contact sucks. I'm taking that off immediately because that's just trash. Because I think what that made the CPU do is it kind of made them just go for shots more. So they took like a lot of field goals, like jump shots, if that makes sense. 52 threes attempted. It's like, that's a lot, but you do see that sometimes. But yeah, now they shot 8 free throws, and I still shot 30 free throws, even though I had 35 3-point attempts, and I shot 43%, which isn't bad. Which is so weird because yesterday I couldn't hit any threes at all. Or sorry, not yesterday. When did I stream last? Thursday. Couldn't hit a single three. You come out 43%. And I literally didn't change anything. So that's just crazy. It just matters. We did bring the CPU offensive rebounding down a bit, and that brought it back into normal, because what was happening in the last game is, yes, they were missing all those shots, but they were getting the rebound every single time. So yeah. CTG, you said, I think Boston has a legitimate chance to make it to the finals this year. I think JT coming back so early is good. Gives them a better chance. Just hope his body keeps up. They have a chance. You always got a chance because it's the East. The East is garbage. Like, The East is trash. Like there's no good teams at all. Like you got to think like this East. Who's seriously? Who's the like? I actually don't know. Like record wise, who has the best record in the East? Is it Detroit? I actually don't know. I haven't looked at the standings in a while. Who has the best record in the East? I'm actually curious. Like, you know what I mean? Because I just like the East is wide open. It's the Pistons. It is the Pistons. Yeah, I thought I saw that recently. NBA standings. Detroit 45 is 45 and 17. Okay. They would be the 3 seed in the West. Like, I don't know. Detroit, Boston, New York, right? New York beat Boston last year when Tatum was 100%. Like, you don't think the East is weak? Okay. You could actually argue when I say weak, I don't think I'm saying like the teams suck, but I think I'm saying they are, I think the best teams in the East are so much worse than the best teams in the West, like the top 4 teams in the West. Like, I think the Thunder demolish whoever they would play out of these. I think the Spurs, the Nuggets, I mean, you can even think of the teams like the Rockets, who I think are really, still have a chance, but I don't know if I can see the Rockets coming out of the West to even face any of those guys. But what I'm saying is this. You look at Boston. They lost to New York last year fully healthy. Are they going to be able to beat New York this year? Then you look at New York, right, who can beat Boston. And then you got to remember, they are New York. They're led by Brunson and Cat. Brunson and Cat? Like, and this could end up being the worst aging clip ever. But Brunson, Jalen Brunson and Cat coming out of the East and winning the title? Like, so there's them. You have Detroit, who has Cade, but some nice pieces too. But historically, teams built like the Pistons don't win. It's just when the playoffs come, it's just too easy to take one guy away. And my logic with Detroit is just like, who's going to step up when the playoffs come offensively? We saw that when they played the Spurs and bro got locked down by Castle. I'm like, listen, it's not really your fault. It's just we've been running the team this way, and you get to the playoffs, you're kind of in trouble. So I think I like Boston, but I just think Boston is so tough, especially if they run into New York. I think that New York team is built to beat Boston. I think that's just my one hang up, if that makes sense. I'm not sure how that would go if they match up again. You got Cleveland. I'm just, for me personally, I like Cleveland a lot. I just got to sell all my stock with Cleveland because it's James Harden. Who are you going to get? Like, are you going to get? I mean, who are you going to get? It's hard. It would be great for me. I think it would be really cool to see James Harden get those demons off his back in the playoffs, man. That would be sick to see, because that's a nice, fun team. With who's that guy? I really like Mobley on Cleveland. Like he's one of my favorite players over there. Mitchell's a dog. But man, when you talk about Harden and Mitchell on the same team, I mean, these are two of the biggest playoff droppers, I think. Maybe not playoff droppers. That might be a little extreme. I just say they don't live up to expectations. I think that's more fair. I don't like calling anyone a playoff dropper, but it would just say Harden and Donovan Mitchell. They haven't always rose to the occasion, if that makes sense. So that's just kind of how I look at it. I feel like it, but the only devil's advocate I would play, right, is you could definitely see one of these situations where you get a beat up team coming out of the West. But that's my point. Like, what if the Spurs and somehow the Thunder end up beating each other up in a 7-game series, right? Like, I don't know if that's possible. Like, the way the standings are, I don't know if it would be possible for them to meet in the finals. Like, say one team's got to go through the Rockets, the other team's got to go through the Nuggets, and then one team, what if somebody draws the Lakers? Because the Lakers could, maybe the Lakers just complete trash, right? I could be wrong, but what if the Lakers just get hot in the playoffs? Like, Luka can win a playoff series alone, right? So what if the Lakers take somebody to 7? What if the Nuggets take somebody to 7? What if it is the Nuggets coming out, right? So that West can get tricky too, because you could have situations where everyone's playing 7-game series, and then they might come out the East and run into a situation where you play an Eastern team that maybe has had an easier road. Another thing you got to watch out too are these series changing injuries, right? Because you can get a series where somebody, God forbid, gets I don't even like speaking it into existence, but maybe a team, I really don't like saying stuff like this, so I don't want to say nothing crazy, but like, God forbid, maybe an ant or somebody gets an injury. It's like a high ankle sprain, right? And it's not like it's nothing crazy, but just an injury that stops someone from playing. And that just changes a series, right? Or God forbid, Wemby with the Spurs, something happens where he's not there. That Spurs team is completely different now. So there's just so many different variables in these series that can change the outcome. So I just, you got to watch it. But I just felt like with Tatum, I feel like if they don't win, it's going to be people talking about, would the Celtics have been better off? And that's just if they lose, right? God forbid he gets hurt again. So you don't even want to even think about that. But I'm just saying, if they lose, I don't know. Like, I'm not, and I tell people all the time, I'm not a doctor, so I'm going to trust that and say, hey, if they're saying he's ready to go back, he's ready to go back. You got to trust it. I just wonder if it would have made more sense to kind of skip the playoff run, if that makes sense.
This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now,
got Paolo playing to his potential.
Paolo Banchero.
That's what Orlando needs from him. Looking at Orlando, they're a 6th seed right now. And you know who? Y'all know who I saw play? I saw who were they playing against? Let me look at the schedule. I forgot who they were playing against. Which game was that? Was it this one? Did Wemby play in that game? He did play in that game. Yeah, I was watching because they lost, but I was watching the Raptors play against the Spurs. And I was watching Toronto, and I was like, yo, they low key got some dogs over there. I was looking at Toronto. Where are they at in the standings? The Raptors are 35-27. They are a 5 seed. So if you look at the East, and there's going to be, and I say this all the time, there's going to be one team that just loses out of nowhere, just kind of as an upset. So we got to wonder who that's going to be. How do you get to standings? I'm looking at the standings right now. So Detroit, Boston, New York, Cleveland. I think that's all people think is going to be good, like good enough to get out. I think some people will be a little skeptical about Cleveland, so maybe some people just say Detroit, Boston, New York. Then you got Cleveland 4, Toronto the 5, then Orlando the 6, Miami, and then Philly 7, 8, who are in the play-in, and then Atlanta is at 9. They're having some fun with what's his name, Jonathan Kuminga. And then 10, you've got Charlotte, who've been playing phenomenal and have some huge wins over good teams. So they're coming on. As a Sixers fan, I'm like, I don't even know if the Sixers are going to make it. CG said you're okay with Boston going outside simply because this was supposed to be your gap year. Nobody expected them to be good. Yeah. I mean, obviously, when the dude goes out with Achilles, I don't know. Some people think he's their best player. Some people don't, obviously. But when one of your better players, top 2 for sure, goes out with an injury like that, you're gonna assume that it's going to have a negative effect. But that actually makes my point in that we all knew this is the gap year. So if I'm Jason Tatum, and I'm just being biased as a Jason Tatum fan, I'm not a Celtics fan, obviously, but I like Jason Tatum because he went to Duke. We knew this would be the gap year, right? Don't let this gap year affect the next 5 years. That's all I'm saying. CI Shady, did you see the leak of College Football 27 coming to PC? Yeah, I did. I don't know, obviously, if it's true, 100%. I obviously reached out to some people that said they think it's 100%. So that is exciting. I don't know if it's coming, but I think it is coming. And if it does come, that'll be really exciting just for everybody. I think it just depends on the mindset, man. Goodness, man, if we can get a college football game on PC, bro, that's what I was telling some people earlier in the stream. This would for sure become like my main game. You know what I mean? Like it would be the game that I play the most. I don't play college football a lot now because I haven't really been able to find any sliders that fix the issues that I have, any sliders that fix the issues that I have with the game. So I don't know. I hope so. I saw another picture of a trusted guy reporting that it took so long for it to come to PC due to EA finding a way to stop modding due to NIL reasons. Yeah, I can tell you that is not true. That's not true, but I can't say anything more than that, but that's not accurate. The only thing I would be able to say on that is some people don't know the difference between modding and cheating. Is that fair? Some people don't know the difference. So that's all I can say on that. But yeah, that's not true. If that makes sense. Yeah, that's all I can really say on that. Anytime a game comes into a new environment, you guys got to understand that there is a financial impact, especially games that have a currency. You have to make sure that currency is not impacted. Does that make sense? Like when we were dealing with 2K bringing the next gen version of, we were dealing with 2K bringing the next gen version of the game over to PC. There was a hold. And that hold had nothing to do with, you know, like player likeness. It has a lot to do with, how do I put it? Like, seriously, people take into account like their bottom line, like companies. So the number one thing you want to make sure doesn't happen is like, oh, hey, we found a way to give everybody 99999 VC. Does that make sense? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they have to make sure that doesn't happen. So that's always, when it comes to that, that is the holdup. But it doesn't have anything to do with that type of stuff. I guess what I'm saying is that is not, I don't know how to word it, but that doesn't come into play in these conversations. These companies, they if they want to stop modding, right? Hypothetically, you can send a cease and desist letter today, right? And your mods will be shut down tomorrow, right? That's how that works. That would never impact development time or launch time. I hope that makes sense. That's kind of how those timelines go. Because I've heard that on several games. Like, I've heard people say the reason Grand Theft Auto isn't coming to PC right away is because they don't want there to be crazy mods day one. Billion-dollar corporations don't make decisions based on 0.01% of their population. And that's one thing that I've tried to make perfectly clear. I don't think people know how little people actually mod the game, like mod video games. Like, it is 0.01% of people actually play video games with mods. You know what I mean? So that doesn't come into decision making, you know what I mean, when it comes to these companies dropping their games. I wish more people would kind of talk about that. I wish more people would focus on that, but it doesn't fit the narrative that, like, the convenient narrative that a lot of people try to push is like, oh, hey, I don't know, what are some of the things people say? Like, oh, hey, like, you know, devs are jealous of the modders or something. I don't know, like stuff like that is just stuff that like people kind of peddle. And I'm like, yeah, you guys got to understand, a lot of these developers came from that background. A lot of these developers are in these discords under different names. They're big fans. They have a lot of respect for stuff like that. You know what I mean? So that's all I would really say to that. It's just like a lot of people kind of start running with that type of stuff, but it's never going to be something that large that it impacts a billion-dollar corporation. In the way that they make games. And one thing I would say too, this is kind of my last thing on this point. I don't think we pay enough attention to how far out games are planned. Like, if we say like, oh, College Football 27 is going to be on PC, this was planned in like 2022. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like this isn't something like, we're not sitting here in January like, like, are we going to do, like, no, like, this stuff is set in stone. Like, these guys are like, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of how this stuff works. If that makes sense. Isn't Vucevic injured? Didn't he get hurt the other night? Gotta update that. I vividly remember EA told everyone their game was make or break. Can't remember which one it was though. Okay, yeah. I don't know, like what in what, I guess in what context, right? I think every game conceptually is make or break, right? If they're investing $1 zillion into something, it's gonna, it's gonna be. Yeah, I would love to, like, in what context though? Like, in what context is Madden 23 make or break? Like, out of curiosity, because I didn't hear the quote. I don't know like who said it. So, because I mean, right? Didn't they do a leadership change though? Like, and wasn't Madden 23 the first year of a new engine for the console? For the console, I think. Wasn't that when they did the whole procedural? I forgot what it's called, but I was reading like a blog on it. They did like the procedural physics thing with the foot planning and all that from FIFA. I think the first year was 23 on the consoles, and then I think it was I think it came to PC on 24. I think, I'm not sure. Vucevic injury. He broke a finger in his right hand. Okay, had surgery as well. He'll be reevaluated in 4 weeks. An article came out that's saying the NFL was becoming frustrated with the game, and that year was a make or break for the Madden franchise. I don't think that that's true, or I don't think that that's, I don't know that that's true, I guess is what I would say. I'm not saying that an article didn't come out saying it. I'm not saying what you're saying is untrue. I'm saying I wonder like what that looks like, because there's been a lot of kind of debate about that, and just me throwing my 2 cents in. There's been a lot of debate about the Madden and the way the exclusivity deal was being done, and the way that it was communicated, and it's all alleged. You're never really going to know. I have people that I could ask, but I don't think I would ever ask that. But there were some rumors, and I'll just say rumors so that way nobody can be held liable. But there was rumors that the NFL was the people asking for the exclusivity. That's just what I heard. I don't, I can't say that that's 100%, but so do you think that they would have done that if do you think they would have done that if they weren't happy and the franchise is make or break, right? That, what I mean? That's just what I wonder. I'm not sure. Broken right hand for Vucevic, 4 to 6 weeks. So we're going to be playing without Vucevic, so that'll be weird. Do they have another center? Did they sign another center? I know that guy. Is that Shake Milton? Wait, what? That's got to be like a 2K signing. There's no way the Celtics... Do the Celtics really have Shake Milton? There's no way they have Shake Milton, bro. Sixer legend Shake Milton. And he's wearing Ray Allen's number. What the... Oh, nah, that's crazy. They gotta get him up out of that. That's crazy. They got no numbers. They got no numbers from 99 to 20. Holy crap. Look at these numbers. Ew. Ew. Oh, that's ugly. What? Nah, bro, I'd rather go with Ron Harper Jr. Sheesh. More so than NFL being upset with the uproar from fans from Madden 23 losing their franchise file and pressing EA to do better in 24. Yeah, I remember that debacle. I think they didn't they give everybody like a free $10 off coupon or something for Madden 24 or something like that. It was something I remember. They just had some type of what do you call it? Compensation for the people. I'm just going to put Shake Milton on the bench. I don't think he's actually on the Celtics. He could be, though. Have them wear the LeBron era throwbacks just for the culture. These 2K mods look good. I have a good amount, but I wish some of these guys wouldn't stick them behind paywalls. Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, I don't have a huge opinion on that. It just is what it is at this point, right? I think I don't think people would do it if, you know, if it was, you know, if people didn't support it. So kind of is what it is, right? I honestly understand because their work isn't easy. Yeah, I don't understand, but I wouldn't say that because I don't think I don't think anyone's work is easy. I don't think anything's easy, but that doesn't. I don't think that's a 1-to-1, right? I don't think that if you don't charge someone for a mod, that makes it easy, right? Like if I use Sabo's gameplay mod in Madden and he doesn't sell that mod, I don't think that means that the only reason he didn't sell it is because he didn't put hours and hours and hours and hours into his project, right? So that's, it's a choice. It's about caring about the community. It's about, the type of, the type of community you want to have, right? Like, I think that's the most important part that goes into it. And it's one of those things, it's like a culture kind of thing. Like, that's not something like, especially when it comes to 2K mods, like I don't cover that on the channel, but it's just like not really up my alley. Like I'm not super interested in it. But, when I used to cover it, like, I started covering 2K mods like during the pandemic. And it was like it was a really cool way to like bring people together, right? And that's kind of like the only reason I covered it. But once it starts getting to be about like, ego and fame and getting like kind of out of hand like that, that's not why I do YouTube. So this, I'm just not super interested in that type of content. And it's the same way with Madden. Like if Madden became the same exact thing, you would probably notice it start to kind of not be featured as much. But the reason I don't have to worry about, and I don't think any of us have to worry about that happening, is because the people that lead the Madden community, you know what I mean? They handled things a different way, if that makes sense. So, I don't think that's something that we really got to worry about. So, and because I know a lot of people were kind of caught off guard that there was such a seismic shift on my channel. But my channel is all about like helping people. Hold on, my audio. I don't have audio. My channel is all about like helping people enjoy their games more, and I don't find like like me making like a modding showcase and saying, here, go buy $300 worth of mods. Like that's not the type of the type of channel that I want to have, if that makes sense. So yeah, gotta stop Mitchell from getting to the line like that, or sorry, from getting to the paint like that.
And it's Kata in at the 5 spot. Now here's Tatum, and the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Cavaliers on D, and the 3 ball is good.
Love to see Derek White go right up with it off the catch. No doubt right there. Just get the jumper flowing.
Wade outside. Harden surveying the D. Pass to Mitchell. Here's Wade. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the 3.
Oh boy, I might have to put Brown on Mitchell. I don't even think we should play with that. That's probably not going to work.
Donovan Mitchell will answer with his own 3. This guy has got a ton of pride and competitiveness.
Now Tatum. Pass to Kata. And here's White. Shoots the 3. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Harden against Pritchard. Mobley outside from deep. Harden. Rebound Boston.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
White the pass to Tatum. And it's good. 2 points.
Tough take by Tatum.
The increasing strength of Jason Tatum is making it harder to knock him off his path. That is nice.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey there, I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. I asked him if there's anything in particular they can do to keep Tatum's production at bay. He mentioned, well, the playmaking ability is what.
Tough shot by Harden. The one thing about the Cavs is they have good shot makers, so kind of got to match that.
If they're able to execute. Back to you, Kevin.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you.
Get Brown involved. I think we like this matchup, no?
Harden picking up that last basket. Brown inside, and it's
Crap.
Wade with the rebound.
He defended that a little bit better than I thought he would.
For the Cavaliers. And Doris, a measured pace for the Celtics. Don't rush, don't turn it over. And
no.
Well, this is Joe Mazzulla's
Nice D by Tatum. Nice help.
Quality offense begins with taking care of the basketball first.
Can we finish?
In the math, meaning he believes if you can get a good look at 3, you take it.
Now, here is Harden. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Mitchell against White. 3-pointer. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
Wish there was a legit 2K modding community, but with the MMC and all the people that don't understand and follow simple instructions, I'm sure it would be a hassle.
Allen against Pritchard.
I think that comes with that's going to be a part of anything. But yeah, because I'm not even in there, and I'm not in there like with the Madden modding community. I'm in there, of course. That's not what I meant. I meant I'm not in there frequently. I'm rarely in there is what I meant to say, and when I look at like my own comments section, it's literally too much to deal with sometimes. So I get that. I get that a lot.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. To the inside.
Crap. They read me on that.
And here comes Harden.
Okay, but we defended that really well.
It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
And that's what you want to see. Good fundamental sound.
At the end of the day, any modding community is just that. It's a community. And it's going to be all about the way that you treat people that want to come into the community, right? I know how to mod. Modders know how to mod, but there are people that don't. So, I always say, like, it's not the modder's responsibility to grow the community, right? It's the community, because the community is the one benefiting from the mods and the modders, if that makes sense. So I try to do what I can by making tutorials and stuff to help. I do what I can, right? But it's not it's not you know, so I can only do so much, if that makes sense. But I do what I can to help where I can, and you hope that that's enough. Unfortunately, you know, anything about a community, and this is anywhere. It can be culture, it can be sports, it can be modding, it can be gaming. One thing that's important is, like, is the community inclusive or enough? And you know, one thing about the 2K modding community is, which is, you know, why I'm not involved with it anymore, is they are very, I don't know if the word I would use is elitist, but, you know, they just, if you are not a modder, you don't have value in that community. So, you know, that's why I'm not in it. You know, like you know, when you start getting people saying, oh, like, you're not a modder and this, that, and the third, just like, okay, so, you know, we kind of know how you value people, if that makes sense. So you know, I don't think you're going to be able to have that type of success and notoriety if you kind of shut down and insult anybody that doesn't have your exact same background. One thing about the Madden modding community is they're very welcoming to people that don't have the background, because a lot of us are PC guys, and, you know, some people aren't even, like, some people are brand new to everything on PC. So that's been the coolest thing for me to be a part of, in even any small way that I can, if it's just by making tutorials or showcases or something like that. But I will say this, though, the 2K community started that way, so I'm not naive enough to say that the Madden community couldn't, and God forbid, go the same way. But I hope that doesn't happen, because I think, and I don't think it will happen, because I think there's good people in charge and involved.
Here's the teardrop. Some solid defense from Brown. Celtics trail by 5. Here's Tatum.
Good take by JT.
Now he's made half of his 6 shots.
My goodness, the ability to adjust to defenders all around.
Devin Booker's frying you, Dre.
That's big time moves, folks.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Tyson's checked in. And it's Sam Merrill in for Wade. And
oh, wow.
For Boston. Shireman's checked in, and it's Jake Milton in for Pritchard. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
When you are playing with a facilitator like James Harden,
Shady, are you done with Madden 26, or are you looking to stream more before the next game? I don't think I understand the question. Is your question, am I going to play Madden 26 again before Madden 27? Is that your question?
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Here's Tyson. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22.
I guess my question would be, oh, get that crap out of here. His animation is so crazy. I guess my question would be, what indication have you received that I wouldn't play Madden 26 again?
And that's appropriate, Kevin, because this guy can command one side of the ball consistently. In pick and roll action, he can be a threat as a scorer, he sets his teammates, and he can be absolutely electric on the offensive end. He is a problem.
Here's Shireman, covered by Mitchell. Brown outside. All alone.
Midi missed it.
It's good on the putback.
I feel like every time I play one game on the channel and then play a different one, people are like, are you ever going to play another game ever again? if you play a different game. Like I think if I played Battlefield 6 on stream tomorrow. Oh, they're shaking Milton. Oh my god. I think if I played Battlefield 6 on stream tomorrow, I would get comments saying, "So Shady, does this mean you're never playing 2K or Madden ever again?" And you know, that's not really the case. So if you haven't heard me say that I'm never playing something again, I probably wouldn't assume, you know, I'm gonna go what 6 months without making Madden content. That wouldn't make a whole lot of sense on my part. Just do a little fade with Tatum, but he missed.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 6-point game. And it's Mitchell missing.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And here's
Go-to move for Tatum. Nope. Can't hit.
With the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Stop ball.
From outside the arc. No good. He has missed 3 of his 5 attempts this game. Tatum against Mitchell.
I'm gonna try it again.
Outside Tatum.
Missed again. Sheesh.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up the 3-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Now, here is Harden. Pass to Mobley. Just his first attempt. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 6 assists in the
I don't watch WWE, but I did see WWE added a new physics feature. I'd love to see something like that implemented in future 2K installments.
Here's Tatum.
Yeah, I mean, 2K is just really,
He's defended by Merrill.
really linked to their animation engine. I just, they are just going in the wrong direction. Like every year they are just saying, we're just going to add new animations. And I just philosophically think I don't think they believe in that. You know what I mean? Like, I agree with you, trust me, but I don't think we're going to see it because I don't think they believe in it.
His way right now, but listen, you just keep going, keep working at it.
Brown outside. And it's Tyson with the rebound.
That's my honest take. Like, I just don't think, I just don't think they believe in that. So it's like, you see it in WWE. Of course they're capable, but would they ever implement something like that into 2K? I don't know.
And so it's Cleveland with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter.
Is there a way to change the buttons in Madden from Xbox to PS5? I get PS5, but are you, I mean, I'm not trying to be a smart, you know, but are you using a PS5 controller? I have PlayStation buttons when I use a PlayStation controller and Xbox buttons when I use an Xbox controller. So,
well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of 3-pointers thus far.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt.
Oh, no way.
Converting tons of paint opportunities.
So with Harden on the bench, this is who Kenny Atkinson has out
that's
there.
not a good possession. I'm just getting bad threes, guys.
Then it's Keon Ellis. And it's Tyson in at the power forward. Here's Merrill. Offline with his 3. Celtics trail by 6. Pritchard passes to Walsh. Hits the 3-point bomb. Walsh has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now Cleveland shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Here's Schroeder. Trying to answer.
Neither of us shooting great now. Dre said you got to understand it's basketball season. People that watch basketball want to play it. Sometimes, of course, he's going to play Madden. Exactly. And I think the takeaway there is, right, you know, we're going to have big events in Madden. I really, however, dude, it's like March. I got to finish my sliders. So that was just, I needed to take some time and really lock in with the sliders, and as soon as they're done and can get them to a good place where I can release them, you know it's gonna swing back. And you got to remember, we're gonna have big events like free agency, you know, and the draft. So of course there's gonna be, you know, Madden coverage, and that's gonna come. And you know, we're getting some news, you know, about college basketball and stuff like that. So you know, it's gonna come. And unfortunately, I am not a high volume. Unfortunately, I'm not a high volume content creator. So like I can usually make 1 to 2 videos a week tops. And I wish that were more. I really do. But you know, that's where I'm at right now as a content creator and in life, where I can only do 1 or maybe 2 videos a week. And I hope that I can increase that. I hope that I can increase that. You know what I mean? But for, you know, for now, I get it, because, you know, especially if you're waiting on Madden content, it has been a little bit while I've been focusing on the sliders. So, or while I've been focusing on the 2K sliders, I meant. But I, you know, obviously hope I can swing back pretty soon here. And not even just hope, you know, I will be swinging back soon. So that'll be a lot of fun. So Madden people have stuff to look forward to. 2K people do as well. But it is kind of hard to manage, because, and that's just me. Like, I don't think I've done a great job as a content creator there, like establishing a community. Madden and 2K don't mix as well as I thought they would on the channel. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know anyone personally that doesn't watch both football and basketball. Like, I don't know anyone like that, right? However, it's pretty Madden and 2K are not, like, I don't know how to explain it. I just thought it was a very natural addition to my channel, like from just being a 2K channel, or you know what I mean? I didn't think it would like kind of split my channel as much as it did. Like, I got 2K people that like, and it's, you know, it's just nothing against them, but there's a bunch of 2K people that don't tune into Madden at all, and even have been a little bit, I don't want to say, but like maybe like vindictive a bit, kind of angry when some of my Madden stuff did well, which was crazy, but that is what it is. So that's a thing. And then obviously there's a lot of Madden people that don't play 2K too. So I don't think I really took that into account. I thought it would be very natural, but it wasn't. So, you know, I just got to do my best. However, I just, you know, I try to always emphasize I am a PC gamer, and right now Madden is just way better than 2K is on PC. So that has dominated my content for a while, much to the chagrin of some people that have followed the channel for a long time. However, you know, I don't really view that as being fake or anything, because the channel started with football. You know, first video on this channel was a college football 11 or EA or NCAA football 11 video, right? So, you know, that's where it started. That's the roots. But I love both. So I you know, always gonna try to how do I put it? Always gonna try to cater to everybody. But if one is doing significantly better, you guys will see that. That'll be, you know, what's emphasized, if that makes sense. I think one thing too that matters, I'm a big gameplay guy. Like, I like playing games, and my 2K gameplay videos have never done well, like historically. That's one thing that has always kind of been a big hiccup, and why you guys will notice I don't upload a lot of 2K. The only 2K videos that do well are deliverables, and when, you know, anyone that works in the corporate world knows what a deliverable is, meaning like If I drop a slider set, that does well. But a video of me explaining what I'm trying to achieve with the sliders won't do well, right? If I do a modding showcase in 2K, that does well. But, you know, a tutorial in 2K will do well. Like a jump shot fix will do well. Like 2K is all about like giving content. When one thing I've noticed with like Madden and college football, you can make a video just talking about you know, the game, and it'll do well. You can make a video talking about the NBA, or excuse me, the NFL, and it'll do well. Like the drama that happens across the league. I'm like, I could probably make a video tomorrow about like a Max Crosby trade or something like that, and it would do better than if I made a video about like, I don't know, like KD's burners or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? So that matters to us. That's something I try to take into account as well.
Now here's Brown.
Goodness, we just can't shoot today. There's a 3 from Brown.
Brown's got 12 in the game.
Still got 12.
Starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Nance sets a screen for Mitchell.
Uh-oh.
And he goes right over Jaylen Brown and shoots it down.
Well, why did Donovan Mitchell win the dunk contest?
Mitchell, this is very easy for Mitchell to get to the rim, even with Brown on him.
And here's White. He's got 6. Banked in off the glass. White's got 5 points in the quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside.
Yeah, Dre, I agree with you. I have that happen to me, bro. It's so annoying.
Harden outside. Looking to end his cold spell. Tyson. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Brown outside.
Easy.
And finished off by Brown.
Easy dunk. CPU doesn't always play the pick and roll right, and they didn't on that one.
Cleveland leading by 4.
Oh, but what I was saying was, so like, you know, when I talk about all that stuff, like I always take all of that into account, and I try to mix that into like my content creation flow. I don't think I've done a great job at like, I guess kind of, I take that as criticism. Like I want to make, if you're a 2K fan or a Madden, like I want to make sure everybody's comfortable. So I've been thinking about ways to do that. I had for a second thought about splitting my channel, but I don't think I'm big enough for that yet. I think if I had like 100,000 subscribers, I might split the channel, but I've got so much time to think about a decision like that. I don't have to rush it.
Wade is covered. Just 5 to shoot for 3. Tatum drills it.
Finally hit his go-to move.
Tatum with the answer from 3. That's how you stop.
You know, Dre, that's a great point. You know, and again, like my channel is, regardless of the game, it's simulation. And the reality of the situation is only simulation Madden does well because there's more simulation players, I feel. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Like 2K is based around Park. I wouldn't say Madden is based around online, even though yes, a lot of people play online, don't get me wrong, but like you can still be successful, you know, making content about franchise and simulation aspects. I just don't think anyone in the 2K community cares. I don't. I could be wrong. I don't think I am though. And I'll even let you guys behind the curtain a little bit. That had a lot to do with me putting my 2K sliders behind a paywall for early access. The reason I did that was very simple. Every year, you know, I was getting probably like, I don't know, I don't want to say 1,000 because that's too high, but maybe like 200 people saying like, oh, well, you know, hey, man, people were saying like, oh, like, you know, hey, man, you know, this, that, and the third, like, nobody cares about sliders, and, you know, nobody cares about this, and nobody cares about that. And I'm like, all right, dude, well, this is what my channel is about. That's just the reality of the situation. My channel is about sliders and stuff, and the things that we do to enjoy simulation sports better. And if you don't care about it, you kind of see that, like, in the viewership. Like, you know, every year I used to have, like, you know, probably one video on the 2K side, like, you have a slider set drop and that video will do really well. Then for the rest of the year, it's like, no video does as good as that for the rest of the year. So that's kind of what happened with 2K, unfortunately. And I hope, I don't know, unfortunately, that's just where the community is, man. It's just mostly Park and my city or whatever it's called these days. You guys, as you guys see, I don't even play it, so you know that's a big issue with the community. Is just what's important these days, because what's important is going to be what the devs spend their time and money on improving, and unfortunately, that just hasn't been my NBA, and we've seen that as they haven't touched my NBA in years. No major additions. Crap.
And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, Pooh, I'm just like you, just the way that I play it, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm looking for. Like, I'm looking for NBA. Like, I bought an NBA product, man. I want an NBA product. That's what I'm looking for.
Locked in offensively, getting to his spots, picking apart the D, scoring in bunches, Jets.
Great point. And let's move on. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew.
All right, we got a tight one here, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. So back and forth with Cleveland. I'm struggling to get active with Tatum, but I've always got JB, and he's really good shooting and driving. So
through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
On the floor for Boston.
Got clamped on that one as soon as I said that.
Down on the block, it's Tatum with Kata. And it's Pritchard in at the 1.
Oh, that was a little sus, but nice shot.
Quarter up on the board for the Celtics.
When you have an offensive arsenal as complete as Jason Tatum's, the shot clock doesn't bother you. I love that.
Mitchell kicks to Wade.
Oh, I was trying to steal it.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Harden's got 7 points. Boston.
Man, one thing that just, it bothers me a little bit. I just feel like there's so many threes, but when I watch, that's what I see. So it's just a little tough.
But Jason Tatum worked hard, being comfortable in tight windows off the dribble drive. That was a nice looking move.
Wade outside, fires the 3. Rebounded by Tatum.
Epic, you said, I can't say long, but I will just say the college football to PC league is real. I've had people that I respect their opinion, reach out to me and say it's 100%. So, you know what I mean? So I don't know if that's true, but I believe it is. If it is, cool. If it's not, cool. We go. You know what I mean? But I hope it is. I hope it is.
Well, already so accomplished, Doris. Jason Tatum.
Brandon Miller's a heck of a ball player, man. He's big time, I think.
Well, let's remember, Kevin, that he's still a young player, and so that history is still being written. But the North Star for the Boston Celtics is always championships, and Tatum has proven he can deliver.
Goodness, man. Like, I look at this possession. I look at this possession by the CPU. It's just like, geez, man, they worked this ball all the way around the court. Like, look at this offensive possession. They literally worked for that shot. And oh my God, I can't believe that they just did that. I was trying to stop them, but I couldn't. I don't know what you even do there. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Come on, man.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is
block it, yes.
Tatum against Wade. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
At least I got to the line on that one. That's the next PG. I hope so. I thought the Paul George comparisons out of college were very fitting. I think there's a little difference. I think Paul George, probably had a little bit more, just a little bit more body to him than Brandon Miller. But I think Brandon Miller might be more fitted to today's game. And yeah, I think he's got next, man. He's a big time player. He's a big time player. He's a big time player in this league.
Tremendous length, exceptional hands, Jared Allen, nice and easy.
Harden against Pritchard. Tatum kicks to White. Busted. No good that time either.
The city on PC is PC gamers only. I don't know. I've never played it. I've never played it. I don't know if it has crossplay. I have no idea.
But the differentiator is, can you do it at an efficient clip? And right now, that's what's happening.
Pritchard with the screen on Mitchell. White dishes to Tatum. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. While we have a moment here, let's reveal the teams that have been holding opponents to the fewest points this month.
Yeah, I've never played it.
They're pressuring the ball more, challenging every single shot. Their defense has been playing at a really high level.
Just a little close range from Tatum. Got to get Tatum involved any way I can.
Pass to Mobley. Inside.
Oh. That was my guy. I thought he was cutting the other way. Sucks he got the M1. I don't think anyone was counting on the Dean Wade poster, but
Not settling, saying I'm going to attack.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot, guys. The Celtics understand.
ooh, these guys are pretty good. I mean, I don't know how to stop them.
You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits.
Yeah, not equal, man. I am a PC gamer and I make all my content just with PC gaming in mind. That doesn't mean my content is only for PC gamers, but if you are a console gamer, it's not that I'm not making content for you. That's not true. It's just I want you to see what the experience is on PC. I'm not trying to persuade anyone to make the jump. It's just I try to highlight the differences, you know what I mean? So people can know, for people that want to know, what is the difference? This is the difference, right? And that's always been the goal. It's never been about, oh, I'm better than you because I play on PC. And I've noticed that's how some people take it. It's like, dude, that's not the point. I just want to show this is what we're about. This is what we do. And this is why it's worth it, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Over Mitchell.
Ooh, JB.
2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Boy, what terrific body control. Jaylen Brown, so athletic.
Brandon Miller, Trey Murphy, Zion Williamson with DeJounte or Anthony Simons, I think would be showtime in New Orleans.
Where the points are coming from for Cleveland.
How is New Orleans getting Brandon Miller? Is the real question. And and I would just counter. Nice block. I would just counter that. No, a better combination is just going to be Brandon Miller with Cone, Knuppel, LaMelo Ball. I mean, that's going to be the core. I think they've got a heck of a core now, right? But I'm a big fan of New Orleans. I'm a Duke fan, so I really am rooting for Zion. I think New Orleans has a lot of nice pieces. I just it's just, you got to put it together. Just how do you put it together? How do you get it all to click, you know?
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now, here's Mobley. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17 and a half points a game.
Oh, great defense. We out. Go, go, go.
But the defense hanging in right there, making that shot really difficult.
Ooh, he got a little speed boost there. The Net Demon, thanks for becoming a member, man, and supporting the channel. I appreciate it. Obviously, we're gonna keep working, man. There's a lot of work to do with this game. It's kind of hit or miss. The Sliders are playing a lot better tonight than they played on Thursday night. So we're gonna keep trying to improve, man, and just going the right way. Yeah, Dre, man, listen, you know, I play on the broadcast camera. It's fun. You know what I mean? It's just a challenge. Like it makes it harder. Like whenever you play on broadcast cam, a lot of people be clowning you. Like the guy commented the other day, he's like, I can tell somebody sucks at 2K when they play on broadcast cam. I'm like, bro, this crap makes it harder. Like it ain't easier. Like what you think this is? You know what I mean? So sometimes it takes people experiencing it for themselves to find that out. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I think it's a lot of fun to watch. I don't think this will ever. Oh my goodness, the what?
Big time finish.
That was crazy. I did not expect him to go for that. Oh my God. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Whoa. Nah, Harden, bro, you're not getting that. That was nuts. Okay, sorry, I lost my train of thought. What I was saying was, wouldn't it be cool, right? Like, especially like Madden. This is my idea for Madden. What if I could play in the normal Madden gameplay mode, but you guys saw the broadcast mode? Like, I don't know. I just feel like something like that would be really cool. Like, if somehow there was a way to do that. No way. It's crazy. Tied it up.
That's his second make from distance this half after hitting none before that.
For Boston, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Pass to White. Back to Tatum.
Oh, that's in. Yes. You said, how do we get Sliders to work or reset when they aren't working correctly? I've read people changing the Hall of Fame backing out and then going back in to reload. I don't know. So what is an example of that? Like, I guess what's an example that I could use?
Derek White converts his chances.
You know what, Kev? There's
Crap.
so many things to love about Derek White. He's arguably
Nice shooting it, guys. We gotta get out on that type of stuff.
He has a knack for making big shots, and the thing that maybe is most impressive is he gets past grenades at the end of a shot clock and has the temperament to stand in and deliver.
I thought I had more space than I had there. Thank you. Oh, what? He didn't get it. Block that. Thank you. Hands up. 55. I don't know you, but yes, we out. Go.
Shireman's got his 5th rebound in this one. to the wing on the left. Takes the three.
Crap.
Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Top ball, please. Donovan Mitchell is just scary in space. He just scares me. He's explosive. He's fast.
Boston, they've gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. Pritchard from outside.
Oh, Peyton. Great board.
Here's Shireman, guarded by Harden.
Oh, no. He sold it.
The Cavaliers leading.
My goodness. Harden got all the way in.
Good at absorbing contact.
I tell you what, James Harden has got the kind of frame that he can absorb contact and play right through it.
Pritchard against Harden. Pritchard passes to Tatum. Here's Pritchard. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Shot clock at 2.
Brown's pull-up is so slow, but he hit it anyway.
Brown's got 11 in the second half. And here's
I got Brown matched up on Mitchell. I think he's done a good job. Here's Harden trying to get in. That's good defense. We're all over him. Hands up. Hands up. Oh my God, he's too big. Too strong. Dang.
This quarter, they're riding that hot hand.
Celtics trail by 3. Pass to Brown. Now Pritchard. Back to Brown.
Nice screen, Brown. What are you doing?
For the tie. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Mobley's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
This joint low scoring, low key. No way.
For both teams are almost identical.
The Celtics shooting 47% since getting things started in the 3rd quarter. Here's Shireman. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Tie that crap up.
Some shooters might
Just trying to stick with these guys. They got a lot of offense going on.
This guy.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's ready to talk things through with them. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Ellis is checked in for
Bench coming in though.
Merrill comes in for Mitchell, and Dennis Schroeder subbed in for James Harden. Schroeder.
Oh, he got right around him. Block him.
And here's what the Cavaliers.
He kind of caught me off guard. He just kind of turned the corner and attacked.
They'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Wednesday,
Game said they'll be facing Joel Embiid. No, they won't, because Buddy hurt.
And looking at the Dallas matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Here's Pritchard.
I don't know what this is. I really don't.
For the lead. A tad short, but it's
Better be lucky than good. Okay. Good job, Pritchard.
Points in the quarter. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Now here's Allen. 14 points for him.
We're there. We're there. Nice. Go, 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 go.
Pritchard's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Walsh.
I should have held for one. Oh, no. Couldn't give that shot up, though.
Here's Tyson. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
Bro, you got an 87-3. You have an 87-3. You cannot miss this from the corner. It's the only reason I took that shot. Yeah, so Net Demon, I don't believe in that. I don't feel like that is a thing. I like for example, like for anyone that was on the stream last week on Thursday, I had 2 games where I shot like I was shooting terrible 30% and stuff from 3. I have not changed anything from Thursday on the user side, and I've been hitting my threes tonight. I've been shooting way better than I was shooting against, you know, on Thursday, dude. I lost 2 of those games by 30 points, right? I believe, and this is my personal opinion, it's just not true or it's not factual, it's just an opinion. I think these 2K games have what's called game profiles. And I think they have like, it's almost like, I don't know if you ever done like any type of programming or anything. It's almost like a flow chart. It's like, I truly believe, like, I actually think the game is rigged, as in it's like, it'll say close second quarter, flow chart, team A run, team B good defensive sequence, third quarter run, fourth quarter comeback. I actually just think the game is scripted, and I think that's why we feel I think that's why we feel like sometimes the sliders aren't working. That's my opinion. You can't prove it, but that's what I think. I don't think reloading sliders means anything. I think at this point, the score right now is 86-87. I think 2K right now is determining Team A is going to go RNG. Exactly. Team A is going to go on a run. Team B is going to play good defense. Team A is going to be in foul trouble. Like, that's just what I think. And can I prove it? No, but that comes from years now of analyzing the way that this game plays, and other than that, I don't know how else we would explain some of the stuff that happens in this game if that's not happening, if that makes sense.
Got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Celtics.
I feel like they sometimes straight up turn players off. They just be turning me off. That was a tough take by Harden. And we know, and so the thing is we know, and because the devs have come straight out and denied this, but we know there are systems in place that you hear. What's a name we haven't heard in probably 6 years? When's the last time we've heard the 2K devs talk about shot fatigue? Does anyone know what shot fatigue is? Do you guys think they just got rid of that system? No, I think it's still here. How have they tweaked it over the years, though? We don't know. Crap, I stepped on the line. We don't know. So, but shot fatigue has anyone noticed, like, Jaylen Brown is, like, sometimes wearing an undershirt and sometimes not? Was he not wearing an undershirt earlier? Did he take his undershirt off? He was literally wearing a different shirt earlier, I thought. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. I thought he had an undershirt on. Oh, he stepped back. What? Yeah, if he made that, I'm turning this crap off.
Exum with it. Pass to Garza. Left side, Brown.
Oh my God.
Cleveland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. There's the drive. Here's Tyson. It's deflected. Final quarter here, and we're just over
nice.
2.5 through it. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Boston.
And like the thing is like I don't think
just a tremendous effort defensively.
Like all I'm trying to say is like we know something is there, because I'll give you a perfect example. Like with using real shooting percentage, I'll give you a perfect example. If I have taken, like, say there's like a minute and a half left, right? And I've hit back-to-back threes with Steph Curry, right? No, say I've hit 3 straight threes with Steph Curry. I don't care what happens. If there's 5 seconds left on the clock and you need a game winner, don't pass it to Steph Curry, because he's not going to make that shot. I just know this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, years of playing 2K make you know certain stuff like that, if that makes sense.
Jaylen Brown just muscles that home.
Okay, Dre, you going for the career high. Let's go.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Harden outside. Jacks up a three.
BS.
It's hauled in by Brown.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy.
In the last update that I dropped for the sliders, I think I raised no, give it to him. Jesus. Thank you. In the last update, I raised the step back tendency. I think I raised it too high. I think I'm putting it back to where it was. It's too much, I feel.
You get the sense that the frustration.
I feel like Harden has missed like 10 step backs this game, but it just sucks because I like the fact that he's taken them. It's just his animation pulls him too far from the line, and he can't make it from that far because 2K, you know, they don't have the CPU where they can make deep threes. I wish he could make those shots. I do. I'm just going back to JB. This is a baby.
Here's Brown, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
Well, you like seeing Jaylen Brown score the ball. This guy
You traded Paul George for Dalton Connect and a second. Did you give them a first-round pick?
Harden outside. It's over Exum. Harden, no good.
You better have given them a first-round pick.
Had a great night, and it really has weighed the entire team
Bro,
down.
you can't trade no Paul George in that contract and not give them a first-round pick.
He's defended by Merrill.
Come on, White. Yes. Okay, we building this. Bro, you seen Paul George's contract? He's going to be making like $80 million like 4 years from now. You got to give them a first, bro. The Lakers wouldn't take that. Oh, wow. He juked me. Yo, chill. They offered it. Hey, well, if they offered it, ain't nothing you can do about that, bro. Charge it to the game, bro. We out that contract. Yo, I'm dying, bro. Don't connect era, man. Let's go. Let's go. That's really funny, dude. I'm dying.
And they make a few shots in a row, then this is a ball game again. Do not let that happen, he implored. Guys,
nope, we out. Go.
Pritchard against Schroeder. Pritchard passes to Keita.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And that one misses. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Tyson's checked in. And he's good on the second. Now Schroeder.
He got all the way and he missed.
By the Celtics. Pritchard's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Probably shouldn't have missed, but not my problem. Oh, I meant to do a layup there. Nice. Brown. He blocked it. No way.
Here's Tyson. Pass to Mobley. Lets it go with a three.
Dang.
From three-point range.
Well, you see the confidence from Evan Mobley right now, ready to shoot as soon as he touches the basketball.
Here's Keita. Here's Brown. And good.
Ooh, JB.
Got 8 here in the quarter.
Boy, his
How many points does he have at this point?
changed the tenor of this basketball game.
There's the triple. And it's Schroeder missing.
Schroeder low-key stalling.
Leading by 8.
Oh, we're up 8.
White finds Pritchard. Back to White. Outside Tatum.
Tatum. Nope, couldn't get it. Get it back to Brown.
Tatum down low. Covered by Mitchell.
Mitchell's too short. Oh, Tatum. What the frick?
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Cleveland.
Good D. Schroeder's chucking now. Not sure about that. Kind of selling them out in this fourth.
Outside White. He takes it in.
There we go. Oh my God. Let's go.
He'll go to the line. That one on Mobley.
And just like that, guys, we got a double-digit lead. Let's put this crap away.
Wade, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Harden comes in for Dennis Schroeder. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Wade outside.
Mitchell's going to come around there.
From past the arc. The
Crap.
shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got his 4th assist in this one.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
To the left side.
Oops, wrong button. Sheesh.
Outside White. Wade against Brown. 6 to shoot. Back to White. A 3-ball.
He had space.
Cavaliers with the rebound.
Couldn't make it though.
Allen's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards. For
Stop
him.
ball for me. Trying to deny Harden.
Here's Mobley.
Oh wait.
From outside off the mark.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Richard finds Tatum. Brown outside.
No way.
Not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Get it.
And stolen
Go.
by Tatum. Here's White.
Yes.
Finished off the break. And the Celtics lead by 10.
Well, you love to see Jason Tatum using his length and athleticism to make plays defensively. That's nice.
Back to Harden. From deep 3-point territory. Boston grabs the miss.
Oops. Oh, wrong button, but we're chilling. We're chilling.
Down low.
There we go, JB. We're taking this. We got this, guys. This is 12 now. 3 minutes. 12-point lead in 3 minutes. No cheese. Don't jinx it.
Down around 29%.
I'm not trying to jinx it.
He's off from 3.
Take our time.
Boston leading by 12. Now here's Brown. Five on the clock.
Oh, he's too small. Oh my goodness. Loving that.
Just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Harden. It's Allen.
Thank you. Threw it right to me.
Oh, the slam dunk.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home.
Goodness, I'm curious. What are their shooting splits in the fourth quarter? They were running this nice offense and ball movement in the third, and these dudes fell apart in the fourth. Oh, okay.
Best qualities is his motor. That activity paying dividends with his scoring.
Boston's gotten 8 shots off from 3-point land and hit half of it. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Brown deciding where to go with it. Clock at 4. A floater.
Ah,
No good.
it was a tough shot. Couldn't make it.
And it's Wade with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Wade?
Can't get
Thought
it
he was
to go.
Dwayne Wade or something. What are you doing, buddy?
14. Here's White.
Oh, floater right over him. I wasn't sure if White was a dunker, though, because I was like, I said, bro, if you a dunker, I need a poster. That would have ended Harden, but that went for the little floater right up over him.
Very clear winner, leaving nothing.
Oh, my
to
God.
chance. Impressive win for the Celtics.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
And one of the key components to this victory,
hands up,
the biggest, was
oh,
the incredible
pass it out
performance for Jaylen Brown.
You love this guy's confidence. He believes every shot is going in, and boy, a whole lot of them did.
Here's Tatum. 32 seconds left in the fourth.
Do his go-to. Ah, that joint. I don't think I ever made that joint. That joint be bricking.
Allen outside.
Oh man, GG's.
Richard with the ball.
All right, let me run through these stats. This game was a little bit better. I really picked it up in the second half. So we took this one 120. Like lost. And I do mean this. We've had back-to-back games where the CPU shot 53s, and I didn't change. And that's what I was telling the dude. I did not change a thing that would impact 3-point shots, which is just interesting to me. So we've also had back-to-back games with no free throws. So I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm going back to the free throw numbers for 0.6. That doesn't work. Sorry. I didn't want it. Like I was shooting like 35 a night. I know Power UG sent me a DM. He shot like 40. They had the CPU shoot 45 in the game. So we're definitely putting that back the way it was. We got to find a happy medium. We can't have dudes. I didn't realize they only had 7 free throws in the game. But then I wonder maybe that's more to do with the 3-point thing. But yeah, that's a lot. So I shot 44 threes and hit 36%. That's good, normal, okay. The total was 51% on 93 shots. They shot 44% on 97 shots. 17 and 51 is a lot of threes, only 33%. If they hit a few more of those, this is a completely different ball game. Beat them in fast break points. Points in the paint were equal. They beat me in second chance points. They beat me in bench points. They beat me in assists. I dropped their offensive rebounding. I hope I didn't drop it too much, because wouldn't you expect Jared Allen and Mobley to get more offensive rebounds as far as versus the Celtics with no Vucevic? That's strange. Low on steals, but that can be hit or miss from game to game. Blocks, I had 5. They had 2. A little low on them again with Mobley and Allen. Not a lot of turnovers in general from this game. So yeah, 120 to 108. Take a look at the box score. Mitchell, 10 of 21, 6 of 11 from 3, but like the no free throws is crazy. For me, Harden was 4 of 17, 9 of 27. He low-key sold the game, if we're being honest. 24, 7, and 9, though. But yeah, he sold. Jared Allen, 20, 11, and 2. Schroeder low-key sold. Tyson, he did his thing. Decent game. Wade sold from 3. Merrill. Mobley kind of sold. 5 points is crazy, not going to lie. So that was their stats. Brown, 41, 18 and 30, 3 7. 41, 12 and 6 is pretty good. Tatum, 32, 6 and 4. 11, 24. Kind of sold from 3, but it's all good. Derek White doing his thing. 18, 8 and 5 is great. Hit his shots. Garza came in, did his thing, and that was pretty much it. So, Dre, you said, how do you get it to call better plays? As far as what exactly? Like, are you talking about like call better plays for you or for the CPU to call better plays? Some people do go in and make a lot of changes to playbooks and things of that nature. I haven't gotten to that yet. I've just been working on, trying to work on the tendencies and the way that the CPU plays. The plays have a lot to do with the situations. I don't know that you can change the plays that they call for you. If like you guys will see a lot of times, like if I don't like a play that's called for me, like I'll maybe switch over into a floppy or an ISO or a post up, something like that, just to kind of, get the offense to settle down, if that makes sense. Especially if they're calling something, I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to run this. I'll just, manually press L1 and then call, the player, and then maybe try to get a floppy, get the ball moving and get the offense moving. But yeah, guys, overall, this was definitely an improvement in these two games from Thursday to tonight. But now I got to kind of try to blend these two into one experience, if that makes sense. Is 2K modding the same as modding Madden? No, not at all. This is very different, actually. Yeah, it's different, really, in every way. I would say. Not really in a positive way either. So, but yeah, guys, that's it. That's gonna do it for the stream. I'm gonna call it a night. I am gonna drop an update to this set and make some quick changes. So stay tuned for that. Maybe tonight, but maybe tomorrow. Because we got to do some tweaks, right? I am gonna have a video dropping soon, just with some updates and some info on what I'm working on. And like I said, I hope I can get this slider set done and complete for everybody. But this is why I come on and stream with you guys, just to kind of show you what I'm working on and show you where I'm at. The game's not perfect, game's not great. There may be better options out there, but you guys can see that I try to work on specific parts of the game that I have a problem with, and try to make it better for everybody. So keep it locked to the channel. And also one thing I want to say too, Raylan, I appreciate you. Saying that you love the vids. Going to kind of try to keep that up, and hopefully upload with some more consistency. But yeah, keep it locked to the channel, guys. Again, if you guys want to try the sliders while they are in beta, press the join button. We have gotten so many members. I appreciate everybody that's supporting. Like I said, I can't wait to just finish this project and, get this to where, we're having fun every single time we're playing the game. But yeah, the only thing I want to say, guys, is I want to work on doing a little bit better of a job balancing the stuff, but I do also want people to understand, right? NBA playoffs are about to start. So, Madden's not going anywhere. We're going to be covering that. We're going to be covering 2K. We're going to be covering everything. Try to do a little bit of a better job balancing everything. Just so that people, don't go weeks without content and stuff like that. But life gets crazy, so I'm gonna try to keep uploading and try to upload at a little bit better of a pace. But yeah, keep it locked to the channel, guys. I'm very active on Twitter. I'm very active on Twitter. I get a lot of people sometimes that say like, oh, like Shady, I don't know like what's up with you or like what you're working on. If you do have Twitter, follow me at Shady Mike Gaming, because I'm constantly posting little clips saying like, oh, I like this, didn't like that, this happened, that happened, and stuff like that. So keep it locked in over there. But I'll catch y'all next one, boy. Guys, it's your boy Shady Mike. I'm signing out. Peace. Threes.